how to change that.
What are you trying to change?
Change the
We're back!
words that go underneath my name.
Just like that, we're back. I bet you didn't even notice I was gone. I bet you're still counting to 35, and you're like, can I open my eyes yet? If you hear my voice, I'll tell you, you can open your eyes now. Do you know what this game is, Ash? If you're still there? Alright. Oh gosh, it's already the spooky music in the red door. We just launched ourselves straight back into it. Yeah, I'm right at the door, right before the trial's gonna start. Just checking that, like, there's no creepy bears that pop up on my map. Not that I've ever seen a creepy bear on the map. It's just, I'm very wary that there could be a bear that pops up.
The bear just appears.
I'm gonna wait until it says that I've got some viewers back, because I don't know if people are actually here with me yet. So maybe we're just gonna go to the shop first.
Oh, go stress by.
Do you think I can just try to escape while this trial's going on? Do you think I can go out the front door? There's no running away now. The red door, I have no choice but to go through it. I really tried to run away, though. Are you guys able to see the stream fine?
I'm going to go to the bed.
Okay, now they're back. I think I see them now. Don't go to the bed. I'm very scared. I can't do this on my own. Let's go through the red door. Drew goes, what am I, a chop liver? Yeah, but you're downstairs.
Good night.
Yeah, I'm literally here for you.
Alright. Everyone had heard Monokuma's proclamation, and they were gathered by the red door.
Good night, y'all.
Good night. And as soon as we were all there... Can we... There's two Monokumas! Dang it, he left already. I was gonna ask if he could do another era before he left. Rats. Hello! He's multiplied?
Wrong.
Nope, not multiplication. It just looks that way because of an illusion. I'm moving so fast it only looks like I've multiplied. Can you guys tell which one is the real Monokuma? Heck no. Can we just get on the elevator already? Please. She's so over all of Monokuma's stuff. We are in Danganronpa now, Ash. This is a visual novel sort of murder mystery game. So we're basically high school students that were selected to go to the most prestigious of all schools, where you're basically guaranteed success in life if you're able to graduate. And, but the stipulation is that in order to graduate, you have to kill somebody and get away with it. And so somebody has just died. 2 people, in fact, have just died. And we're about to start a trial to try and figure out who did it. And if we don't figure it out, then we all die and the person that did the murder gets to graduate. And so, me not wanting to die, we gotta solve this.
It's a very interesting game.
You're not playing along.
Stop talking.
We're not here to play with you.
Okay.
Yeah, heck off, Monokuma. And that's a very evil bear that has been pitting us against each other.
Hey!
Then, if everyone's here and ready to go, please board the pain train, or elevator. I'll see you guys down there.
Let's go.
Okay then, shall we?
Please.
Hold on, I'm not mentally prepared yet. Why? Is it because it's you? You'll never be mentally prepared. You can't run away anymore, hero. You're gonna pay for your sins. Or is it you, Hina? I don't know who it is. I think it might be Celeste. But we think that there's multiple people working together on this one. That reminds me, did you ever find the other costume or the note? Well, no, but... How unfortunate. Then it would seem we have our culprit. Don't jump to the chase, Celeste. So I have some uplifting metal lyrics for y'all. Okay. Let's hear it.
Uplifting
Hey.
metal.
This isn't the place to talk about it. Save your accusations for when we can get to the courtroom.
That's right.
She's right. Let's get down there first. Then the story can really begin. I'm scared! Yeah, good idea. That's right. Lift me up above this. Are those the first part of the lyrics? That is very uplifting. The flames and the ashes, yeah. I have to. I have to do it. I can't let whoever killed Hifumi and Taka get away with it. For everyone who's still alive. Lift me up and help me to fly away. This is so uplifting and wholesome. I needed this.
I know what
I'm getting amped up for this trial now. And for the two that lost their lives. Hifumi and Taka. The one who killed Hifumi and Taka. The one who killed two of our friends. The killer is?
Who is it?
Someone right here! I don't think it's Toko, even though she looks kind of freaky. Come on, Big Mac, let's do it! I don't think it's him either, because he was set up. It wasn't me, you gotta believe me. I do, my mans.
Damn.
I don't like Monokuma's carefree attitude. Same, Sakura.
Just the worst.
Let's hurry up and go so we can make Hiro pay for his crimes. Hina, I think you're gunning for Hiro a little too hard. Were you listening? Wait till we get to the courtroom to begin your arguing.
Hey.
The story begins when we get down there. It would appear the culprit has been confirmed. I don't think so, Celeste.
What?
This trial will be over
I
in
must
no
be.
time. I disagree. It's gonna be a long-ass trial. I took one last deep breath and exhaled slowly. Okay, everybody do a big exhale for me. Your Wow, Gabe, that was... you just went... Puh. Began to walk toward the elevator. Once everyone was on board. No,
Time to go to death.
The doors closed on their own. And the steel box began to move.
And with that,
I don't
lead
want
us
to! Jump on the elevator so we get stuck. The clunking of the elevator kept us company as we fell further and further down. There was no going back. Until we settled all this, we couldn't go anywhere. There's so few of us left! We're like half of what we once were.
And when you're done, there'll be one less.
Stop. I'm not sure how long it was before the elevator finally came to a stop. Hi, Yariko. How are you doing? I'm feeling a little bit scared. The elevator doors slid open, opening up onto a cruel fate. What, why? Because one of my friends is a murderer and we're trying to figure out who. Oh, you just now got home for work. Were you catering tonight? How did work go? I realize just how few of you there are left. Your school life is slowly reaching its climax.
Just the worst.
Only because of you. Oh wait, I have to edit the stream info because it always makes it a games and demo instead of actually saying it's Danganronpa. Let me fix that. There we go.
Okay, with you.
Updated. Why? Why are you making us do such cruel things to each other? A 350 people wedding. Sheesh, that's a big one. That's a lot of mouths to feed. Wah-wah? Do you really hate me so much? But I'm so cute. Monokuma, you're not cute.
Come on.
I think he's cute.
Shut up, Gabe. He's evil. A 9-hour shift. Oh my gosh. A 9-hour long wedding? Well, I guess in catering you have to do all the cooking and stuff before the actual wedding.
It's usually a full day.
I hate this bear. I want to punt him into the ocean. Yes, Ash, that's the right attitude. Punt the bear. But he might kill you if you try to do that. No, it was like prep before the wedding. But yeah, yeah. I'm sorry you had such a long day. Prep since Monday for one wedding. Wow, I never realized how much goes into it. We had like a 250 people wedding, actually. It was pretty big. Don't rush me. Of course I'm gonna start it. I would never be like, stay tuned for the action-packed class trial after this commercial break. I'd never hold out on you like that. Okay, let's begin. Get into your assigned seats.
I don't know if Ash knows this.
Drew and Gabe.
Tordtle is actually voicing all of these characters. I
think that's pretty obvious.
There is no voice. This is all her.
When this trial starts, there is a time limit, so I might not be as responsive to the chat, but I'm gonna try. If I don't see chat, Drew and Gabe, I want you guys to let me know what's going on, so I can try and respond.
Everybody go nuts in the chat.
I'm so nervous, because these trials are just getting harder and harder.
Yes, they are. The next two are the ones I'm going to be very interested in.
And so the curtain opened once again, but I'm thankful you guys are here with me, because these trials keep getting more and more traumatic. Monokuma is sus, Yariko.
Yeah,
in fact, he's actually murdered people. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith. It keeps getting more deadly. A deadly class trial. Yeah, let's heckin' save the data now.
Yeah.
Save.
I need to see if I remember everything about this trial.
Oh yeah, my skills. I have to set... I got cool and composed now. Is that the only new skill I got? Oh my gosh. Handiwork. I'm 1 SP shy of being able to reload 2 bullets at once? I guess it's not so bad. That's fine. I don't really need to look at anything in here. But I can show you guys how many characters we used to have and how many we now have. He's dead. He's alive. He's dead. He's dead. He's dead. We're losing all the dudes.
Yeah,
he's alive.
Sometimes.
She's dead. She's alive. She's alive. She's alive. She's alive. She's alive. It's basically like the game is like, here, you can have some waifus still. She's dead. She's also dead. The end. We have so few of us remaining now. Here we go. Here's the trial.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the Blackened.
The Blackened's the one that did the murder.
Everyone else will graduate.
Yay, murder.
Now then, to begin with...
We already know who did it.
No, we don't. Hina, shut your trap. Look at her hair on top is all angry.
Has anybody graduated yet?
Nobody's graduated because we're all still alive. If somebody had graduated, everybody else would be dead.
It was Hiro. He does not have an alibi for when the murders took place, and we found him in that suit.
This is wrong. You guys need to be quiet. We have to go through the trial.
Don't try and deny it. You killed them.
Angry ponytail. Man, I wish my ponytail would go angry when I was angry.
I didn't.
It's splitting.
Someone knocked me out. I was asleep the whole time. I don't know anything about it.
That's right. He was locked inside of the Transformer outfit.
Shut your murdering mouth, murderer!
You're a serial killer, Genocide Joel.
Who are you calling a murderer?
I am sorry to say, Hiro, but we do have evidence.
Yay, hi Sky, how are you doing? Thank you for joining me for Danganronpa. Your reactions always help keep me sane through these trials. I'm real nervous about this one.
Blueprint for the suit. Parts we assume were used to build it. And all of it was found in your room. You have to admit, the evidence is quite compelling.
It was staged. all the
points to
hearts. Thank you,
having
Yariko.
created the suit and wearing it while committing crime after crime.
I totally would have rated, but you were playing Genshin when I was wrapping up. Oh, no, don't worry about it. I don't mind. Playing Genshin is, like, very different from playing Danganronpa.
How many times do I have to tell you? I don't know. I don't know.
Is Hiro really the killer? No! He's obviously been set up. Before anything else, we have to make that clear. What do you mean? They're exactly the same game. I can't even tell the difference. I was joking with somebody because I accidentally had my stream info still set to Genshin, and I was saying, yeah, they're the same.
Everything we found in your room,
I see no difference.
the blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
I don't know anything about that stuff. It's not true. It's a conspiracy.
Hiro, why? Why did you kill them?
No, just hold on a second.
Did I miss it? The handwriting is awfully messy. Oh, the blueprints! Okay, that's the one I gotta
Everything
shoot
we
at.
found in your room, the blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough.
How am I gonna shoot it without...
You are the culprit.
I missed! Oh well. We'll zoom back through it.
Hiro, why?
No, just hold on a second.
Everything we found, the blueprints, the suit parts, they are...
Kablam!
No, that's wrong.
Don't lie, Celeste! This is your favorite case in the whole game? Does that go for all of the different Danganronpas? I'm surprised it could be even more favorite than the last trial where we found out that Toko is a serial killer. Just this one, okay?
What do you mean?
What would you say is your favorite trial out of all of the different Danganronpas?
Well, take a look at this. It's the note that Hiro wrote, asking everyone to meet up after Alter Ego disappeared.
He had such fancy, very typewriter
The
handwriting.
handwriting's obviously different, wouldn't you say? When you compare it to the blueprints.
There's no way you could think the same person made both of them.
Unless that person made it a point to disguise their handwriting.
No, the differences are bigger than that, I think.
Come on! I'm not smart enough to think of trying to change my handwriting anyway.
So Makoto, are you saying you don't think Hiro's the culprit?
And he's not the only one. I think Hiro's innocent.
Wow, Byakuya, that's big from you.
Then who was in
Oh,
that
Slate
Robo
character,
Justice
bro.
suit? Is it like Hiro said?
You scared the crap out of me, Drill. He just came thundering up the stairs and, like, threw the door open. Oh, my heart. One from the second one, but I won't say who the killer was. I mainly love the execution of this trial. That sounds super dark, but it's super well done, I think. Uh-oh. Yeah, the way they executed poor Mondo last trial was like Mad Max.
The suspicious individual hidden within the suit. Go ahead, Makoto. Tell them who it was.
And of course he passes it off to me.
So? Who was in the Robo Justice
I
suit?
don't know! The Illuminati. The one that must have been in the suit. Well, it wasn't Hiro, because Hiro, I mean, he was found in a suit. Was it really Hina? Why me? That costume was super big on me. Oh, you're right. I'm confused!
I got it!
But Hiro was in a suit.
Hiro, I can't think of anyone else it could have been.
Why is Byakuya saying there was two suits now? I'm very confused.
Obviously, he was the one in that.
Byakuya just like stirring up the
We never
pot
found any kind of
and
second
confusing the heck out of me.
Then there can be no doubt. Hiro is the prime suspect.
Well, he is, but it wasn't him.
That doesn't make any sense. You just said Hiro didn't do it.
It makes perfect sense. Hiro was the suspicious individual in the suit, but he's not the culprit.
Okay, your wording was real confusing.
So what you're saying is...
That's right. The culprit in this case has nothing to do with being in the Robo-Justice suit.
Yeah.
What? Now that's a bold assumption. And what reason do you have to make such a statement? You do have a reason, yes?
Of course. But before we get to that, there's something else we need to clarify first. So let's get that out of the way.
Hey, stop trying to boss us around!
All things have a proper order.
So what is it? What needs to be clarified?
Why are we listening to Byakuya? He might have a point some of the time, but the rest of the time he is just trying to mess with us.
We must clarify the method of transportation for Taka's lifeless body.
Taka used the dolly.
It would seem that his corpse was moved using certain particular
and a tarp.
items. Makoto, can you tell us what they were?
Yeah, I got this. A blue tarp.
I got it!
The dolly. There we go.
I got it!
Literally the first two on the
Or
list. That was nice.
A dolly and a tarp, right?
Why did that make you mad? Yeah, what is with the attitude?
So, let's see if I can explain. Taka's body disappeared from the equipment room, and then we rediscovered it in the repository. And when we found it for the second time, it was wrapped in a blue tarp, right? It was the same tarp that up until then was stored in the equipment room. So the killer must have seen it there and decided to use it when they moved Taka's body. That way, they wouldn't leave any bloodstains while they were moving it.
Okay, that explains the tarp. And the dolly?
Same thing. I'm sure the dolly was in the equipment room when we first found Taka's body there.
It looks so different though. It looks like teeny tiny.
But when the body disappeared,
Proportions
so
are a
did
funny
the
thing.
dolly. Later, when Taka's body reappeared in the
I
repository...
love how the blood is purple. Yeah, it's like bright neon pink. Because then otherwise they'd have to make it like PG or R. PG-13 or R.
Nah, they just bleed Pepto-Bismol.
So did
Everybody's
the dolly.
actually an alien.
In other words, you think they used the dolly to move the body, am I right? But are you sure you are not mistaken?
I'm pretty sure, Celeste.
Huh?
Murderer.
Are you absolutely positive the dolly was in the equipment room when we found Taka's body?
Yeah?
That dolly was made specifically for moving large objects between the repository
It had
and the
blood on
archive.
it.
It would be very strange indeed to discover it had made its way to the equipment room.
It had made its way, Celeste.
Is it not possible that it was in the repository all along, and you simply didn't realize it?
No, because it had blood on it, Celeste.
She's raised an objection. How do you respond?
I respond, not
There is
guilty.
no shame in being wrong. Nobody expects much from you anyway.
How rude.
We have all accepted the fact that you rarely understand what is going on around you.
Look, I answered one question wrong because Byakuya's wording was confusing. Wow, I've never had anyone sound so nice while being so mean, but maybe I can change her mind. I can just explain to them why the dolly must have been moved from the equipment room to the repository. A new element has been added to the bullet time battles. Oh my gosh, not another rule. Reloading. Start with this next bullet time battle. We're going to add one more ingredient to the recipe. Why do you have to? On the bottom of the screen, underneath the tempo marker, you'll see your ammo count. Frick. Up until now, there hasn't really been a limit on how you destroy your opponent's statements. But from now on, just locking on and pressing the triangle button won't be enough to handle them. but why? Now it will cost you 1 bullet to destroy a single remark. Once you run out of bullets, you can't destroy any more statements, no matter how locked on you are. However, you can reload by pressing the square button. Okay, that's not so bad. ... Just like locking on, you'll have to press the square in time with the tempo marker. Okay. Basically, just remember that square button now has a function along with the X and triangle buttons. Okay, automatically reload at the start of fever time. Oh, I forgot how to use fever time. I don't know how to use fever time. Is there there's truth bullets? No, I don't. There's nothing I can really. Is it in system?
I think it's R1 or L1 if I remember correctly. I may be wrong.
It's either one of them or both of them.
Yeah.
Oh, but if your action difficulty is set to gentle, you won't have to reload at all. Man, I should have played on gentle. In which case you can ignore everything I just said. Well then, good luck, have fun. I might play on gentle next Danganronpa game. Just because I'm a weenie hunt junior.
You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you. You miserable wretch.
How rude.
I cannot agree. You are a fool. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst, you miserable wretch. You have it wrong.
Negative.
I cannot agree. You are a fool.
Is this... I pressed L1 or R1.
Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst.
Neither.
Away with you. You miserable wretch.
Oh no, it's activated. It's just...
I cannot agree.
Oh, it is activated.
Lies will get you
yeah,
nowhere.
I can see your skill draining.
Do your worst.
Final strike.
I cannot agree.
Kablam.
Prove it.
I don't know what I did, but I guess I did it. I only lost half a heart too. I'm freaking winning this
If
thing.
you're asking for proof that the dolly moved, I have it right here.
Bloody wheels.
When I found the dolly
Can
in the
I just say that
repository,
without having to do a
one of
dance
the
battle?
wheels had a blood stain on it.
I mean, I don't mind the rhythm battles though.
There was a pool of blood in the equipment room with a tire marking that matched the dolly wheel's trail. The killer probably rolled the dolly through the blood on accident as they wheeled the body out of the room. And as the blood dried on the tire, they moved the body into the repository.
This music is bumping though.
So there's my proof that the dolly was used to move Taka's body.
Jeez, does Celeste really hate me that much? She doesn't hate you. She murdered somebody just trying to get away with it.
Well, anyway, that was just something we had to get out of the way. Let's get back to the main subject.
Yeah, the subject of how Robo Justice didn't do it. Because if it's not a killer robot, then what kind of robot is it?
I'm not sure that really matters.
It's a cardboard robot.
I'd be happy to explain why the occupant of the suit couldn't possibly be the killer.
Because he couldn't bend at the waist. But you're gonna make me do it, aren't ya?
If you look back on how the body was transported, it will become immediately obvious.
Using the dolly, and they couldn't bend over at the waist. What does he mean by that? I know what he means by that. But now we have to do an argument. Okay. Robo Justice costume!
As we know, Taka was killed in the equipment room.
You sure was?
And from there, the body was moved to the repository, correct?
Yeah, the culprit wrapped the body in the tarp, then loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled it off, right?
Now, keep in mind that the dolly doesn't have a handle.
Well, yeah, but even with that, all you'd have to do is bend over.
He couldn't!
Then you could push the
What?
dolly no problem.
I hit it!
So the killer just imparted the body.
If you accept everything we then you must realize that whoever
It's the bend over part that I gotta
realize
get.
anything.
I just was too slow.
As we know, and from there.
Yeah, the then loaded it onto the...
Now, keep in mind that the
Well, yeah, but even with all you'd have to do is bend over.
Kablam! Yeah!
No, that's wrong.
There's no bending in the costume! The slowed down and sped up voices are so
Absolutely
good.
right that you could push a dolly without a handle if you stoop down
Probably
low.
sounds pretty weird when I go fast and slow through that.
But if you were wearing that suit, do you think you could actually get into a position like that?
What do you mean?
Think back to what you said when we were all checking out the suit together. Remember?
I'm blind as a bat in here. Can't see my feet at all. I'm surprised you got anywhere in this thing. I'm telling you, it wasn't me. And not to mention, you totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
When you're in that suit, not only can you not see your feet, but you can't even bend at the waist. Am I right about that?
Now that you mention it, yeah.
It seems like it'd be awfully hard to push that dolly if you couldn't bend over.
Well, what's to stop you from simply pushing the dolly with your feet?
When you can't even see your feet? You really think someone could kick the dolly all that way?
Yeah, it'd be totally impossible! Not that I can say for sure myself.
On top of that, if you were wearing such a rigid, cumbersome suit, it's very unlikely you would have the dexterity to go about wrapping the body in a tarp.
Well, I mean, isn't that just a matter of taking off the suit when you're ready to move the body?
But he couldn't because of the clasp at the back. You can't take it off by yourself.
I got it! I don't think taking off the suit was an option. If you remember...
I don't know what's up with this thing, but I can't actually get it off. A little help. Why would you make something that you can't take off by yourself? I didn't make the stupid friggin' thing. There's a clasp on the back that's keeping you from getting it off. I accidentally gave Jill a present that only Toko likes, and I thought my life was about to end. Did she threaten you? I gave her a present that was like something I thought a dominatrix would like. And she was like, she didn't love it, but I guess she liked it. She did threaten you? Oh my gosh. It looks pretty sturdy. I don't think you can get it off on your own. I don't really have a choice. Let's help him. Yeah, one of the things that I've been waiting for in this game is like, if people are killing one another, nobody's tried to kill me yet. I'm wondering if and when that's gonna happen. I don't trust Jill at all. Jesus Christ. Yeah, so last trial, we found out that Jill has like an alternate personality who goes by Toko. And Toko is like this really shy romance novelist. But when she sees blood, she faints, and she became the serial killer genocide Jill. And now, whenever she sneezes, she switches in between Toko and Jill. So Toko is like into some BDSM stuff, I think. Or maybe Genocide Jill is, but both of them love Byakuya, so they've been kind of after him for a while. But anyway.
The idea is interesting.
Seems impossible to put the suit on or take it off.
Yeah, Stockholm syndrome.
Then, you really can't take it off by yourself? Hiro wasn't just making it up?
Of course I wasn't making it up.
If he could have gotten it off by himself, I don't think he would have let us see him wearing it. Showing up in the suit was basically an invitation for everyone to suspect it.
Yeah, that's right!
So, it's really, really true that Robo Justice couldn't have moved the dolly?
To be clear, whoever did move the body, it couldn't have been Hiro in the robot suit, correct?
The other thing I noticed is that Hina has something on her knee right now. I don't remember her having that on her knee.
No, wait.
Did she hurt herself?
If you please.
Doing a murder.
Have you forgotten about the picture that I took? You all got a good look at it, did you not? The image of Hifumi being dragged away by Robo Justice?
But Hifumi was working with somebody, maybe.
If whoever was in that suit is not the culprit, how do you explain that? Besides, do you remember what the now deceased Hifumi said?
How did you get hurt? That guy hit me. What guy? Robo Justice. That's what I decided to call him just now.
So long as those facts exist, the proper conclusion is beyond question. The individual inside the suit and the culprit are one and the same. It was Hiro, without a doubt.
Disagree, Celeste.
Yeah. Yeah, that's gotta be right.
Hold on a second!
It's still far too early to reach that conclusion. Besides, there's no hurry to decide who did it.
Unless Monokuma hurries us.
Before we rush to a verdict, shouldn't we explore every single possibility? Instead of seizing on one viewpoint, the truth is uncovered by analyzing things from every angle.
Perhaps, but where do we go from here?
Let's review this series of unfortunate events from the beginning. Maybe we'll uncover something new.
What a pain in the ass!
I don't disagree, but our lives are on the line. If this is what it takes, we have to do it.
Yeah, Sakura, you freaking goddess.
Plus, maybe we'll get to find out where the heck Kyoko was when everything went down.
All right then, let's take
where
another
the
look
heck
back
were
at what
you,
happened.
Kyoko? Why won't you talk to us?
I suppose we could start with this morning.
She gotta keep
Four
her
of us gathered together in the dining hall. Makoto, Hina,
She gotta do
Kyoko,
what, sorry?
and myself.
So you gotta keep up the mysterious act.
Yeah, or she was just talking to Alter Ego or something.
We waited there for quite a while, but nobody else showed up, so we went to look for everyone.
Freaking Toko.
That was around 8 a.m.
And as soon as we split up, Kyoko went missing.
True.
Soon after that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room and quickly came to get Makoto and me.
It seems I was unconscious for about an hour after I was attacked by my mystery assailant. I know it was an hour because I remember being attacked a little after 7.
That was when we saw Celeste's picture and discovered that her assailant had been wearing a strange costume. As it turns out, it was Robo-Justice. It also soon became clear that this same Robo-Justice had abducted Hifumi. We were soon joined in our search by Byakuya and Toko, and then went on to find Hifumi in the library. He was injured, so we took him to the nurse's office and resumed our search for the suspect. But not long after leaving the nurse's office...
What's wrong? I saw a shadow, something moving around at the top of the stairs.
When Celeste told us that, we decided to split up and search the second floor. And soon after that...
I saw someone moving around on the 3rd floor, and I yelled out to everyone as soon as I did.
Yeah, you were leading us all on a wild goose chase for a long time. Celeste, what's wrong? That was a rather intense scream for someone like you. I saw him, the strange costumed man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further down into the hallway and disappeared.
And then...
Huh? What was that? That was Hifumi dying. Or I guess he didn't really die because he must have walked himself up to the art room. That came from downstairs. It must have been. Hifumi, he's in the nurse's office. This is bad. Come on, we have to go back.
At that point, we decided to divide up into 2 groups. Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse's office, while Sakura, Byakuya, and Toko chased after the suspect.
I'm not looking forward to the comic strip at the end of this. It's gonna be long.
And that's when we heard the body discovery announcement.
It's complicated murder.
I left Celeste and Hina there and headed back to the 3rd floor to let the others know what had happened.
Meanwhile, we had just discovered Taka's body in the equipment room.
I was so sad when I found Taka.
We must have found both bodies at almost exactly the same time, because we heard the same announcement not long after we discovered his body.
And that's when I told you guys about
I know, me too, Sky. He had just gotten Super Saiyan. It wouldn't even let me talk to him while he was Super Saiyan.
Then the three of us headed for the nurse's office. But right after we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who'd arrived after us. And she told us something very surprising.
Yeah, were you able to talk to like spend free time with him when he was Super Saiyan? Because it wouldn't let me. Hifumi's body had disappeared. Yeah, no, he was always like way too worked up. Whenever I talked to him, he would be like screaming about something random.
Then we remembered we'd left Toko passed out in the equipment room, so we hurried back again.
This can't be happening. Are we hallucinating all this or something?
But when we got there, we discovered that now Taka's body had also gone missing. Next thing we knew, we were searching the school for 2 missing dead bodies. And after some time...
Celeste informed us that she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository, which is where we rediscovered the corpses.
I think that about covers it.
I see. The whole thing sounds exceptionally complicated.
It is!
It certainly seems to me that these are not a simple series of connected events.
Okay, well, if that's true, then what?
There was someone working together with the murderer. Okay, no worries, Sky.
Rather than a single series of events, I think we have to consider each murder a separate situation.
Okay.
And from there, we can uncover the contradictions surrounding all of them.
Okay.
Now then, let's get started, beginning with what happened to Taka.
Okay. The contradictions hidden in what happened to Taka. In order to uncover the truth of this case, I have to find them no matter what. I don't know what contradictions there were for Taka, but I do for Hifumi. What's going on with the Monokuma file?
So, regarding Taka's death,
this one's probably gonna stump me.
I wonder if he died before Hifumi.
I think he did too.
After?
I think it was before.
We already know what order they were killed in.
Do we?
Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3.
No, it doesn't necessarily.
While Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
Not necessarily. Were they really used in that order? I don't think so. Oh, because there was the...
I wonder if he died, or perhaps it was... We already know what order they were killed. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice.
I don't know if this is right. Nope. That was wrong. Come on, Makoto, don't scare me like that. It makes me think something weird is going on. Shoot! I'm embarrassed myself. Oh no, I've lost a whole heart.
So, regarding, I wonder if he died, or perhaps it was after. We already know what order they were killed in.
I don't know if it's what order.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of...
It's true that Hifumi was while Taka's death came from...
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
Oh, there's only 2 different options that it could be. I'm dumb.
So, I wonder if he... Or perhaps it was after. We already know what order they were killed in.
What? Is there a third option I'm missing? Do I need to change the bullet? I don't even remember how to change the bullet.
I wonder if he died before, or perhaps it was after. We already know Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice.
Oh, it's the numbering I didn't do yet. Wait! Wait! Did I already do that one? I'm gonna heckin' die here. I've really dorked it up.
Regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi.
Oh gosh.
We already know Taka
What
came
order
last.
the numbering?
Because of the number...
It's true that
Is
Hifumi
there
while
another
Taka's
option?
death...
There's only 2 different options! So I have to change the bullet somehow, and I don't remember how.
Try D-pad, try
D-pad. You have to hold the secondary action button. Is that this one?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka
I don't
came
know.
last.
I don't know.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that he
I don't remember to grab the statement.
Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
I don't know. Over the colored word.
Regarding Taka's death.
Is the secondary action
wonder if
one
he died
R2
before
or is it
Hifumi.
L1?
Or perhaps it was after? We already know what order they were killed in.
I'm trying to grab it, but it's not letting me grab it.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
I'm holding
It's
L1
true
and
that
it's
Hifumi
like not
was
grabbing
killed with
anything.
Justice Hammer 3. While Taka's death came
Oh
from a swing of
gosh.
Justice Hammer 4.
Is it X?
So it's obvious.
I'm wasting so much time. There's too many
I
rules.
wonder if he died before Hifumi. Perhaps it
They
was
just
after.
keep adding more rules. How am I supposed to remember them all?
Taka came
I
last.
used X and it just gave me a -5.
Say that.
That's not it.
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
Well, no, the X is the silencer. That's for those purple words.
I know, I remember that.
Yeah.
To silence the purple words. There's literally, I've pressed L1,
So
L2,
it's obvious Taka came
R1,
after.
R2. It won't let me grab anything.
That's like, give me a second. I
Regarding
just opened
Taka,
the
I
game.
wonder if he died before Hifumi. Or perhaps it was after.
We already know what order they were killed.
L1,
Taka
R1.
came last.
I don't know. There's no help button, Yariko. There's no buttons menu either. Is there? I'm pressing square to try to open system and it just keeps opening truth bullets. I can't open anything but truth bullets. Does that mean I have to switch the truth bullet? No.
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
I don't know. I'm just gonna die and start over.
Justice Hammer 3. While Taka's death came from
It says help option button. Where?
a swing of Justice.
Oh, literally there. Okay. Sorry, guys. I did the concentration to slow it down. Hold down the L1 button, then use the left stick to select a truth bullet. I did that. If you quickly press the L1 button, the truth bullets will automatically be loaded according to their order. If you hold down the triangle, you can use that weak spot as a temporary truth bullet later in the argument.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that mechanic.
Is that what I'm supposed to do?
Yes. Damn, I forgot about that.
Okay.
So it's obvious.
It's also 1 in the morning. I'm extremely tired.
Yeah. Gosh, I wasted so much time.
So, I wonder if we got, or perhaps it was after. We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
Do I fire it again?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
Okay. That was so weird. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Thank you for helping me, Sky and Yariko.
No, I understand that because I completely
There's
forgot
no
that was a
reason to
mechanic.
That's
assume
such
that
a
the
weird
hammers were used
thing.
in the same order as their numbers. If anything, that's just another way the killer tried to
Oh,
disguise
good night,
their
Ash. Have a great sleep. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. It was really nice meeting you. Hope we get to
So
hang
I'm
out
good.
again sometime.
I'm gonna join them because it's 1 o'clock and I'm
Oh,
tired.
good night, Gabe.
Have a good night. I'll watch the VOD later.
Alright. See you.
So you're saying the culprit wanted us to think the hammers were used in order, but in reality, Taka was killed before Hifumi? Okay then, let's see the proof.
Evidence that proves Taka was killed before Hifumi. There's something that relates to what time he must have died. Oh, it was the letter that said 1 o'clock. Meet me there at 1 o'clock. Hangman's Gambit. Oh, that's a long word! Wristwatch? Is there a wristwatch? Where's an A? Where's the letter A? Yeah, there it is. Where's the H? There was just one. Yeah.
Now I understand.
Easy peasy. That one was easier than Schizo. Last time.
See? Look. It broke with the hands pointing just past 6 o'clock.
It must have gotten broken when he was attacked by the killer. Because
I thought it was going to be the letter, not the wristwatch. Hey, you! How long were you gonna keep us waiting? I merged Taka's voice with Mondo's. Taka's irritated voice pierced the air as he stared pointedly at his wristwatch. It's almost 10 o'clock, you know that? Bedtime for all the little boys and girls.
So if it wasn't broken after 6 last night, then he must have been attacked around 6 this morning.
And that would be his official time of death.
But if that's true, then he was killed well before Hifumi.
And before Celeste was attacked this morning, which happened around 7.
That's right. Taka was killed before any of the other incidents took place.
That simple fact slipped past all of us. We made the wrong assumption about the order of events, all because of those justice hammers.
Right.
That's exactly why the culprit wrote the numbers on each hammer and had them increase in size. That way, when we saw how they were used in each incident, we'd easily make that wrong assumption.
Now, if Taka was killed around 6, then everyone's alibis for his murder go out the window. Because when he was killed, we hadn't met up in the dining hall yet.
That may be true in the case of Taka's murder. But all of our alibis still hold true for Hifumi's death.
That's right. With him, at least, we're all safe.
Yeah! Huh? Well, what was that? That came from downstairs. It must have been. Hifumi, he's in the nurse's office. This is bad. Come on, we have to go back.
When we heard Hifumi screaming, we were all together. Except for Hiro and Kyoko. Then we all ran down to the nurse's office, and that's where we found his body.
That's totally true. We're all in the clear.
Oh, I know. They must have recorded him screaming on a tape or something, then played it later on.
If that's true, where's the tape?
I don't know.
Don't just go making stuff up.
Anyway, we all have rock-solid alibis for when we heard Hifumi scream. Since all of us were there together, clearly none of us could have killed him.
I don't know, though, because he didn't die until the art room. And I think he might have just screamed because he was working with the killer. And I don't know. There was blood bags in the nurse's office
And it does not stop there. There was also the moment when we discovered his body had disappeared.
But he had to have walked himself because nobody could have possibly lifted him, and the dolly was used for Taka.
When his body vanished from the nurse's office, Hina and I were in the bathroom
And
together,
he used the wipe
while
to
everyone
clean
else
his
was in the
glasses
equipment
off.
room, correct? And then there's the disappearance of Taka's body from the equipment room. At that time, we were all gathered together in the nurse's office because of Hifumi going missing.
Well, don't forget, I was passed out in the equipment room the whole time.
Wait, then what if Genocide Jill did it? She could have dragged Taka's body out of there right then.
Even if she could pull that off, there's no way she could have done the same with Hifumi's body. Because, as we just established, she was passed out in the equipment room when his body disappeared.
Besides, I didn't do either of them anyway.
In other words, it is impossible that any of us could have killed Hifumi or moved either of their bodies. On the other hand, Hiro and Kyoko had disappeared, so they most certainly could have done those things.
Did Hifumi move Taka's body?
So what now, Kyoko?
For now, we can't get fixated on who did it, or we'll just keep going around in circles. So instead of who, I propose we start talking about how. In particular, I think we need to figure out how Hifumi's body got moved.
He walked.
That's true. We searched everywhere, but we couldn't figure out how to explain his body disappearing. And according to what Celeste said,
we could not have gone for more than a minute or two, though. So then the killer was able to get in, move Hifumi's body in that short amount of time. It would seem so.
His body apparently disappeared in the 1 minute her and Hina took their eyes off of it. But to carry that much weight from the first floor up to the third in that short amount of time?
He must have walked.
Oh man, yeah. There's no way.
I got it, but I still don't really know who did it. Because there's always a weird twist at the end.
There was a way to make the impossible possible.
What? How?
If the dead body were to move itself.
Yeah, yo, that's what I've been saying all along, Kyoko girl. We're on the same wavelength here. Huh?
The dead body moved on its own?
No, it was alive, Hina. You even had him crying in your lap when he woke up.
No! Not another...
I don't think it has anything to do with the occult. I think what she's implying is we thought Hifumi was dead, but perhaps in reality he was still alive.
He was still alive.
Alive?
Yep.
Are you saying Hifumi wasn't carried out of the nurse's office, but simply walked out on his own?
But I mean, we found his body. He was dead.
Perhaps he was simply playing dead.
It isn't possible.
The idea that Hifumi was still alive. Is it really possible? Yeah, because he used a blood bag and he used some wipes for his glasses. I don't want broken wristwatch on my list.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that
It wasn't dead though.
Announcement was made.
Are we really so
I'm not sure about that.
Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
I'm sure the body discovery announcement was only made once. But Hifumi and Taka's bodies were discovered at almost exactly the same time. Yeah, that's what I'm getting, Yariko, but...
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's
I don't know what the
office,
broken wristwatch has to do with that.
there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement
It might
was
be
made.
that one that I have to shoot. Because he wasn't a dead body, he was an alive body.
Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
No, I'm dead. I goofed it. I've goofed it up. It has to do with Hifumi killing Taka, probably. I don't know if I'm dead. I ran out of hearts. Oh my gosh. Failed. Yep. I get to start back from the last point, though, I think. Uh-oh. Have we already come to the end of the debate? Well, then the class trial is officially adjourned. Now it's time to reveal who's the blackened. What? Poo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Don't do it. I want to start over. Oh, it's me, Makoto. However, Makoto is not the blackened. Too bad. Looks like the real killer gets to graduate. Congratulations to them. On the other hand, everyone else must now be punished.
Is this really the end for all of us?
What do you say? Want to give it another shot? Yeah, let's do this. We got this, guys. We get to start back from the same spot, right? Broken wristwatch. Okay. I don't know.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi and that there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No. It is impossible.
He was still
Hifumi
alive.
was dead. And you know that shortly you heard the body discovery announcement. Hifumi's dead body had been found.
Kablam. What? Am I supposed to do the thing where I grab it again?
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi and there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No. It is impossible. Hifumi was dead. Without a doubt. And you know that how shortly you heard the body discovery announcement, along with the Hifumi's dead body had been found.
I'm dumb. I can't do this! This one's really hard!
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No. It is impossible. Hifumi was dead, and you know that shortly you heard the body discovered Hifumi's dead body had been, and that is why. Are we really? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Nope. I don't think I'm supposed to do... I don't know what I'm doing, Kyoko. I very clearly don't know what I'm doing.
That when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive.
That's not it either. I'm just trying all of the different things now. Grab the second one and use it on the last. Have you done this, Yariko?
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi, there's
I don't know what the second one has to do with the third one, though.
Hifumi was dead, and you know that shortly you heard the body Hifumi's dead body had been found, and that is why the announcement was
Oh, because
made.
it wasn't a dead body, it was an alive body that had been found.
Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
No, that didn't do it either. I've died again. F. I know, this is really hard. No, you're fine. I'm trying to figure this out too. I think I gotta grab the last one and use it on another one.
I refuse to give up yet.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Maybe grab the last one.
Are you saying that when we first found there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No. It is Hifumi was dead, and you know that shortly you heard the body discovered Hifumi's dead body, and that is why.
Are we really so sure? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No. It is Hifumi was dead,
and you know that how?
Shortly you heard the body discovery, and now Hifumi's dead body had been found.
Yeah, we did it, guys. Yeah. Boom. And we have full hearts still.
Really intended for Hifumi?
I just didn't think like the trial would let, like, I know in the game version you can go back in time, but for him to use Kyoko's statement on a past statement, it just kind of didn't make logical sense to my brain. I don't know.
Of course it was. The announcement played right after we discovered his body.
Maybe. But that was also the same time that Taka's body was found.
That's right. It wasn't long after finding his body that we heard the announcement.
So there's a good chance we made a mistake in there somewhere.
Plus there's like no warning at all when you're supposed to grab a statement versus using the bullet that you already have. Unless they're repeating themselves over and over again. Yeah. So I always think that you're just supposed to use the bullet that you have. And I never know when you're supposed to grab a different statement.
I think
like it's really difficult.
Whether the announcement was for Hifumi or Taka.
First of all, if two bodies had been found, there really should have been two announcements.
Maybe Monokuma simply got lazy and rolled them
They
together
are
into one.
sus.
What do you say, Monokuma? Any comment?
Well, it's a very sensitive issue, so I can't go into too much detail. But what I can say about the body discovery announcement is that...
Like yesterday, Nini. I'm sorry, Ariko. That was so much fun yesterday, though, when you and I got to play Goose Goose Duck. But yeah, no, I murdered a bunch of people. It's hard to make new friends that way.
It's only broadcast when 3 or more
It was a lot of fun. I want to play Goose Goose Duck again.
Oh, that game sounds... You were having so much fun playing that?
Yeah, I was laughing.
No, actually, that was plenty.
Your ass off. I'm gonna jump off PlayStation. I'm downloading.
Okay.
He said it's only
So, but I will
discovered for the first time,
keep watching the stream.
which means
okay.
I'm excited to see how the rest of this goes.
Even if we find the same
Bye,
body
everybody.
again later, he won't make the announcement. If that's true,
I won't say
then why
goodbye
was the
because you're just
announcement
downstairs.
made again later?
Hey, Goober. Sky says bye.
Huh? Later on?
Exactly. We heard the body discovery announcement twice.
The second body discovery announcement. The first time it played was when we found each body in the nurse's office and the equipment room. And the second time was when Toko was found unconscious, when both bodies were rediscovered just after Hifumi came back to life. I don't know if I'm right. The second announcement came out after woke up for the last time, I think. That's what I thought I was saying. I thought that I had been saying that thing with the first option. Oh, well. Because we went into this room, and then he was on Hina's lap. He woke up and he fell back asleep forever. He fell back asleep. He died.
It didn't seem weird at the time, but it contradicts what Monokuma just told us, doesn't it?
Exactly. If we were actually rediscovering both bodies, the announcement shouldn't have played.
Right.
And in reality...
Yeah.
When the two dead bodies were rediscovered, one of them was actually being discovered for the first time.
So, when we found Hifumi the first time in the nurse's office, he wasn't actually dead yet.
We all know that because he woke up in Hina's lap.
Meaning, he wasn't actually found dead until we came upon him in the repository.
And even when we found him in the repository, he wasn't dead yet because he woke up.
And that's just part of it. There's one other thing that leads me to believe he was still alive in the nurse's office.
The blood bag and the glasses.
I know! Because he was super good at playing dead! Bada bing, bada boom!
What are you up to, Jill?
That is the worst logic I have ever heard.
I agree.
But honestly, I do not think there's anything that can prove he was still alive.
Okay then, let's take another look at the events surrounding the discovery of his body. Then it should become clear whether he was really alive or not.
This whole thing is pointless.
There has to be proof that shows Hifumi was still alive. I have to find it and show it to everyone. Well, don't make me do this again. I can just choose it from a drop-down list. Yeah, Hifumi's glasses. But also there was a blood transfusion bag.
Well, here's one thing we do know. The first time we found Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office. And then, while me and Celeste were in the bathroom, his body disappeared.
And the next time we saw his body, it was in the repository.
But when you compare his body before being moved and his body after being moved, other than the change in how it was positioned, there was no notable difference.
That's not true! I saw a difference! His glasses were clean. afterwards.
In fact, there was one clear difference between Hifumi in the nurse's office and the repository. His glasses.
Thank you, Yariko, for following Gerbear Stare too, because he is almost to affiliate. I will give him a quick shout out. Oh my gosh. Actually finding how to spell it is the hard part. Yes, okay. Here we go. There we go. That's a friend of mine who not just started streaming, he's been streaming for a while and he's trying to make it to affiliate. He's at 44 out of 50. So we're trying to get him there. It's not too complicated, I just couldn't remember exactly how to do it on the top of my head.
That fact alone proves that he was only playing dead in the beginning.
Perhaps you'd like to fill the rest of us in?
When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered with blood. But when we found him again later in the repository, they were spotless.
They were clean. And he had used a hanky that had a waifu on it. The waifu. There it is.
I got it! It was a glasses cleaning cloth featuring a certain cartoon mascot. One look at the bloodstain on the cloth should make things clear. This piece of cloth was used to wipe Hifumi's glasses clean.
I wonder how Hifumi feels knowing his waifu betrayed him. I mean, first with the camera and then with the hanky.
And the mascot on the cloth is the same one that's on the digital camera.
I gave Hifumi the figurine of his waifu, like right before this investigation too.
And whose digital camera was it? Hifumi's, of course.
Yeah, he was like really super excited. I almost said something very bad. He was super excited.
The character was...
Yeah, Princess Piggles.
From Demon Angel Pretty Pudgy Princess.
Am I even here? Yeah, you are now. Are you a ghost?
I highly doubt anyone but Hifumi would have brought something like this to school.
I see your point. And the only people here who wear glasses are...
I wouldn't be caught dead using a tacky piece of garbage like that.
Oh my gosh.
A few tissues is all I need to keep my glasses clean.
Then there's no question. It belonged to Hifumi.
So what you're saying is... What exactly?
He's like, there's no heckin' way I'd use a waifu to rub my glasses off.
What I'm saying is, the blood on his glasses was wiped away using his own glasses cleaning cloth.
Even if that is true, it does not mean he wiped the blood off himself.
But who would benefit from a clean pair of glasses other than the glasses owner?
That's a good point.
And it must have been him, right?
So let's assume that Hifumi was still alive in the nurse's office. He pretends to be dead. Then when he's alone, he wipes his glasses clean so he can see. Then he stands up and walks out on his own 2 feet. And with that, the impossible task of moving his copious corpse becomes possible, wouldn't you say?
But then, if he was just pretending to be dead, what was with all that blood? Was it paint or something?
No, there was a blood transfusion bag in the trash too.
Packs of blood for emergencies.
Yeah.
He probably used one of those.
Yeah, Kyoko, yeah.
He figured if he was gonna play dead, he should go all out, so he just dumped it everywhere! But he got crazy with it and had to wipe his glasses off when he was done! God, what an idiot!
And if Hifumi was still alive at that point, the disappearance of Taka's body is easily explained.
Hifumi, come on, man.
It should be perfectly obvious who must have moved Taka's corpse.
Hifumi! Sakura?
It could only have been Hifumi.
While we were all gathered in the nurse's office, he went to the equipment room and took Taka's body.
Yeah, I figured that out kind of before some of this.
That also explains how the door to the repository got locked.
The door was locked? Well, after the bodies disappeared, we all went looking for them, right?
Oh yeah, I forgot about the locked door.
Headed for the repository. But when we got there, the door was locked.
And then Celeste showed up and suddenly it was no longer locked.
And the repository door can only be locked from the inside.
Oh wait, you're right. It can only be locked from the inside, so Hifumi must have opened it.
Which means when Hina and Sakura got to the repository, someone was already inside.
And it could only have been Hifumi, who just finished stashing Taka's body there.
He convinced us all he was dead, and when he saw his chance, he dragged Taka's body to the repository. So, Hifumi wasn't just another victim in this case. He was one of the assailants.
Yeah.
But that means he took part in the murders.
I just can't believe it.
If you're having trouble, would you like me to show you one more piece of evidence?
Yes, please.
There's more?
Oh, absolutely. The single biggest fact pointing to his involvement has yet to be revealed. You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The item he took off of Taka's lifeless body?
The letter! The note that Hifumi had. Yeah. Yeah.
You're talking about the note Hifumi had hidden away, aren't you?
Uh-huh.
Hidden note?
That's right. We found it stuffed in his pants.
Yeah, deep in his quote-unquote pants.
What? In his pants?
Yes, his pants.
Sakura, did you have a thing for Hifumi?
Okay, well, forget about the pants for now. Take a look at what the note says.
I found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the equipment room at 6. Oh, I thought it said 1 a.m. His pants.
Wait, this one's a little
They meant his underpants.
My note said, Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else.
Oh, his was 1 a.m.
Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m.
Yeah.
I see. Then this note isn't the same one Hiro got.
It's not the same?
Yeah, the time's different.
In other words, the killer got in touch with another person besides Hiro. And that person could only have been...
Hifumi's pants! Taka.
I got it! That's right! Taka.
I'd like to get in touch with Hifumi's pants.
The killer used this note to draw out Taka and murder him.
Hello? Over here! Objection! Objection!
What?
I don't really understand what's going on, but Hifumi had that letter, right? So whoever wrote it wasn't drawing out TikTok, they were drawing out Huffy!
You're lying! Or you're just wrong.
Just to be clear, TikTok is Taka and Huffy is Hifumi.
Taka had a shred of the letter in his hand.
Oh, yes! Why must you ruin it every time?
I can't let her get to me. Oh, come on, I don't want to do another dance just to say that he had a piece of paper in his hand. Ugh. Those aren't even the bullets that I want, are they?
Then the person it was intended for must have been Huffy!
But remember what the note said. What time did it say to meet?
6 a.m.
I think this is the bullet I want.
Doesn't matter. The note has nothing to do with TikTok.
Yeah, first try, guys. Yeah, he did get killed at 6, and his wristwatch was stuck at 6,
No,
and
there
the
absolutely
connection.
is a connection.
Yeah,
What the hell are you talking about?
we're doing it, guys.
The note said to meet at 6 a.m., which is the same time Taka was murdered. You've already proven that using his wristwatch.
Uh-huh.
But there's more. look where the note says to me. The equipment room, right?
Which is where Taka was killed. I see.
So, Taka was murdered at both the time and place written in the note. I think that should be plenty to show that this note was definitely meant for Taka.
I agree.
Well, when you put it like that...
She keeps trying to lick her own cheek.
No further objections!
Then someone used that note to trick Taka. Just the same as me. The culprit really is a cold-blooded monster. Telling people they found a way out.
But if they gave the note to Taka...
Monokuma just sitting there in the back looking jolly AF.
Stuffed down his pants, no less!
Most likely. Hifumi stole it off Taka's corpse after he died.
I wish I had such a skilled tongue. I know, the things you could do with a prehensile tongue.
Huh?
You know?
He stole it?
Where's your
Carry
proof?
an extra grocery bag inside. Use it to eat long distance. Proof that he stole it from Taka. There was a piece of it in Taka's hand.
I got it. When I searched
Don't
Taka's
look at me with that tone of
saw that his
voice,
lifeless hand
Anthony.
was gripping a small scrap of paper.
Eat long distance LMFAO. Yeah, like a frog.
If I'm right about this, the sheet of paper this
Use it to
piece
swing
came
from trees.
I knew it! It fits perfectly with the note we found hidden on Hifumi.
Then Taka's scrap and Hifumi's note.
Yup. They're from the same piece of paper.
Hifumi had the note meant for Taka, while Taka's corpse still grasped a small piece of that note. There is only one way to explain it.
Taka died clutching the note. Hifumi tried to free the note from its death grip.
Like, think about it. When you're driving, you could just lull your tongue out and, like, I don't know, lick a smoothie. And it wouldn't get in the way.
Leaving behind only one small scrap. Did I get all that right?
Drive-by tongue slap. No.
That means Hifumi knew the note was important.
Sky, we're talking about all the different things we could do if we had a prehensile tongue, like Toko's.
Exactly. Which proves that he was an accomplice in the murder.
Whoa.
Use the tongue to drive the steering wheel. Then you have two hands free. Genius.
Yeah. After seeing all this, Hifumi was super involved in this whole thing for sure.
Use your tongue to use both analog sticks at the same time on your PlayStation controller and use the D-pad. Because you can't use the D-pad and the left analog stick at the same time.
In fact...
What if I want to do my makeup, Tordle? I mean, the possibilities are endless, Yariko.
He was behind the whole thing! In fact, he's still alive!
You do. You can hold the mirror with your tongue and you can use both hands to do your makeup.
Sorry, no.
I'm so sorry, this got weird.
When we found him in the repository, Hifumi was truly and completely dead. The second body discovery announcement proves that.
So then, who killed Hifumi?
Whoever did is the mastermind, the true killer.
He was killed in the repository. So he must have been killed not long after transporting Taka's body.
So, he must have been killed after Taka's body vanished, but before we found both bodies in the repository.
Right. So, when I got to the repository, both Hina and Sakura were standing outside the door, saying that the door was locked. But Hifumi had to have unlocked it from the inside, and that I still think it's Celeste. I mean, Celeste was, when she got there, the door was suddenly no longer locked.
During that time,
But I don't know. I feel like it's too obvious that it's Celeste. And this game doesn't let the obvious murderers be the murderers.
In other words, during that time, none of us have alibis.
Wait, but me and Sakura were together. Stop trying to steal the spotlight, you stupid walrus! Who are you calling a walrus?
Yeah, for real!
Anyway, when they were killed bothers me too. But there's something that's been bothering me even more.
Go on.
And what might that be?
The weapon they used to kill Hifumi!
Yeah!
The weapon?
It was a bonk weapon.
Because, I mean, according to the Monokuma file...
They died in a similar manner.
The way Taka and Hifumi were killed was almost the same, with them having similar fractures and all. But Justice Hammer 3 and 4 were still laying around in the nurse's office and equipment room, right?
Oh, there was the extra hammer that had been washed clean.
So if Hifumi was killed in the repository, the culprit would have had to grab one of the hammers, kill Hifumi, then put the hammer back where they found it.
No, it was already in the art room.
Seriously risky for him?
I'm surprised. It seems there's some semblance of a brain knocking around that
Byakuya, this is not helpful interjection on your part. You don't have anything nice to say, you just don't say it at all, sir.
He's right, though. I don't understand it either.
Ganyu, Klee, and Chi-Chi were made into Don't Starve characters by the Don't Starve community, or did Don't Starve actually make them? That's so cool. I would love to play Chi-Chi in Don't Starve.
The Monokuma file makes it clear that they were killed using similar
By workshop people. Oh, that's awesome. Now I want to play Don't Starve again.
But if the hammers were already laying around those other rooms...
So the question is, how could the culprit have gotten their hands on either of them?
Yeah, not as official Don't Starve characters.
Personally, I haven't a clue. So which hammer was used to attack Celeste?
Yeah, there's a whole workshop community for Don't Starve that make their own characters and abilities.
Those were accounted for in other rooms too. And I don't think either one is big enough to kill someone.
Then...
Poor Hina is just totally stumped.
Is it not possible they used a different weapon?
I was done playing DBD, so I wanted to play another game, playing some Don't Starve while I download BioShock. You're downloading BioShock?
I don't think it is possible.
Are you gonna play it again, or is it a new BioShock?
Thing, right?
So then, what was used to kill Hifumi?
It was a hammer! The whole picture surrounding this case will become clear until we figure that out. Somehow I have to find the truth. I already know what it was! Don't make me dance again! I know! I'm not your tiny dancer. Spotless Hammer, yeah. Gonna play Infinite again. I don't remember the game that well. Is that the one with her Elizabeth grown up?
Was it Justice Hammer 3?
It was Spotless Hammer. I needed to fire that then, but I'm gonna see what they say.
There's one thing we have to figure out. How was the culprit able to move around so freely with the weapon? How did nobody witness them carrying it?
Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance! Check out murdergear.com/hammertime for more info!
Do I fire Spotless Hammer at Justice Hammer 5?
The murder weapon had to be one of the Justice Hammers!
It wasn't.
That's about it.
It was a Spotless Hammer!
What was used to kill Hifumi?
What? But the Spotless Hammer was used to kill Hifumi! Okay, yeah, I'm supposed to use it on Justice Hammer 5.
Justice, maybe Justice. Well,
I think so.
How was the culprit able to? How did nobody witness them carry it?
Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance!
No! Are you freaking kidding me? I want to stab your seriously adorable, serious face off! Okay. Oh gosh. This argument is so complicated. I just keep imagining this whole game as if it was an episode of Community. It's on Witness. I don't think so. Cause I don't think it's Witness, but
what was used to kill Hifumi? Was it Justice? Maybe Justice?
I think it might be the one that Hiro says.
How did nobody?
Sounds like a Justice Hammer. Check out
One thing says the murder weapon had to be one of
It wasn't one of the Justice Hammers. Yeah, it was a spotless hammer. Though nobody could have witnessed it because it was already in the repository.
It wasn't a Justice Hammer at all.
So he died. He was murdered in the
it was
repository.
Something completely different.
No, you're fine, Yariko. You didn't see the part before this.
But seriously, a different weapon?
Specifically, a hammer from the repository. The killer could have easily used.
Yeah, it was already in there.
Now,
oh my gosh, if this were an episode of Community, that'd be a hilarious episode. But also terrifying.
But for some reason, one of them had been scrubbed clean.
Huh?
And the reason it had been scrubbed clean was most likely because it was used to commit murder. If the hammer got covered in Hifumi's blood...
I don't see murder as a thing in Community, though. I mean, they do have some where they pretend to be dead.
I'd also like to point out that the repository has all kinds of hammers. Big ones, small ones, and even some flat mallet-like ones. I think whoever made the Justice Hammers used those as a basis for their design.
If that's true, that would explain the Monokuma Files note about the wounds being similar.
So Hifumi moved Taka's body to the repository, where someone then used a hammer to kill him.
And whoever did that is the true killer. The one Hifumi was working with. And the one who betrayed him.
Hold on a moment. I still think it's strange to assume someone was working together with him.
Why's that?
The way the graduation rule works, there is no benefit to helping someone else carry out a murder. So the idea that anyone would work together like that is simply ludicrous. We talked about this, did we not?
We did talk about how there wouldn't be any reason for anyone to work together. At least that's what we thought at first, but... I don't know! Oh, this is gonna stump me. I don't know what benefit you could get. Why is it giving me Spotless Hammer again? Do I have to grab another new bullet?
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that two people work together on this.
It's not impossible.
That is how the rule was explained to us.
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were two murders.
Can we really say there's no chance two people work together on this? It's not impossible.
Laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder,
I don't know.
only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate.
Am I supposed to grab the last one?
That is how the...
But that only really applies. In this case, however, there were two murders.
Oops. I think I might have to grab the last one and then use it on the second one. I don't know though.
That is how the rule...
But that only really applies. In this case, however, there were two murders.
Based on the rules that have even if more than one, only the one who actually carried, assuming the rule holds true.
Yeah, we did it! Oh, we did it on the first try! Yeah. Break!
Since there were two murders, it's at least plausible that more than one person was involved.
What do you mean?
If there'd only been one murder, then yes, the idea of an accomplice isn't really worth considering. Naturally, if only one person can be saved per murder, an accomplice has no risk versus reward benefit.
So Hifumi got caught in the act of trying to get away with a murder. Somebody found out that it was Hifumi that did it, and I don't know. My brain stopped after that.
Risk versus reward benefit?
The payoff for working together. The reward that balances out the risk of taking part in the scheme. There's no point in being someone's accomplice if there's no benefit to you. However, if there were some potential mutual reward for the risk, then cooperation becomes possible.
You're saying that two people could act as each other's accomplices to commit two separate murders.
I think that's what the true killer told Hifumi. They would each
Yeah,
have an
okay.
accomplice for their crime.
Aha.
And based on the case's events, Hifumi would have been the first one to act, murdering Taka.
How could you do it, Hifumi? Why murder Taka? Maybe they decided to work together to kill two people. Yeah, that's what the killer convinced Hifumi, that they could both have an accomplice, pull off two murders.
They made him carry out the first murder so he couldn't back out of helping them later on.
So in this case, there wasn't one single person committing multiple murders. Instead, each person killed someone, creating two separate incidents. And it only looked like one person because that's how the true killer designed it to look. A single suspicious individual, a similar weapon used in each crime, disappearing bodies. By creating one seamless set of circumstances, they made it look like one person was behind it all.
The mastermind picked their target and managed to convince him to go along with their plan. And then, to avoid the no accomplices rule, they simply killed their accomplice. Which, if true, means that betraying Hifumi was part of the plan from the very beginning.
That's just awful. How could anyone be so cruel?
I could totally see Celeste being that cruel to Hifumi.
So, I can't help but admire its cunning. Still, their choice of accomplice seems odd.
Look at her over there, not making eye contact. The effort made to convince us the two murders were the same. That was the main characteristic this time. Kyoko must have noticed that fact from the very beginning, which is why she said not to look at this as a series of connected events, but entirely separate incidents. Kyoko really is amazing. Oh, swoon. Although, when you think about it, she's almost too amazing. Like, it's almost unnatural how good she is at this. Yeah, because she's the ultimate detective, I'm pretty sure.
Could be involved. But then, who was the one pulling Hifumi's strings?
Celeste?
That's problem numero uno right now.
The true killer manipulated Hifumi to carry out a number of actions and in the end murdered him. In the debates up till now, the way the case has unfolded, when you consider all of that, there's really only one person who seems to fit. Oh, I get to pick. Oh, select someone. Do I get to select a Celeste now? You did it! It was you!
It was Celeste.
Ah, so I'm the suspicious individual now, am I?
You've been suspicious from the beginning!
I really do hate this kind of joke.
A joke? I wonder. ...
So what you are saying, then, is that I specifically chose to work together with Hifumi.
Yeah, you had him fetching tea and stuff for you before all this, too.
The idea that I would choose to spend any amount of time interacting with him...
But you did!
That I would go within 10 feet of that shit from brain fat, lazy, worthless, goddamn idiot!
You were faking the accent the whole time!
Pardon-moi.
Just to be clear, there is evidence to support it.
Is that so?
It is. Throughout the investigation, there was certain behavior that was common only to the two of you. Considering what we've learned so far, it only further proves that the two of you were working together.
Yeah, Celeste? Are you not even really French? What is it that only Hifumi and Celeste had in common? The screaming! Encountering the suspicious individual. The Robo Justice.
Has to do with the suspicious individual in the suit, doesn't it? The only ones who ever actually saw Robo Justice firsthand were Celeste and Hifumi.
Yeah.
Shush. The adults are talking now.
Byakuya.
Sorry.
As he said,
Don't
only
apologize.
Celeste and Hifumi ever laid eyes on the costumed individual. If we accept that Hifumi was one of the culprits,
The
we can't
adults
help
are
but suspect
talking
what
now.
Celeste has said as
Byakuya,
well.
we the same age.
Are you saying everything they told us was a lie?
After taking Hifumi to the nurse's office, we all began our search for this individual, correct? And not too long after that, do you remember what Celeste said?
He just wants the glory. I said the same thing as, you don't apologize, Makoto. Yeah, heck no. I saw a shadow, something moving at the top of the stairs.
We headed to the second floor specifically because of what she claimed to have seen.
Look at her. Look at her leaning over in shock.
Next, to draw us
Yeah,
all
we're
to the
on to
physics
you.
lab up on the third floor.
She let out a blood-curdling scream.
She sure did. She led us on a wild goose chase. I was saying this the whole time.
And when we'd all come to see what was wrong, what was it she said?
Celeste, what's wrong? That's a rather intense scream for someone like you. I saw him, the strange costumed man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further down into the hallway and disappeared.
Once she'd done her job of getting us all up to the physics lab, it was time for her partner to get to work.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah! Huh? What was that? That came from downstairs. It must have been Hifumi. He's in the nurse's office. This is bad. Come on, we have to go back. Yeah, we've seen that replay 3 times.
Divide into 2 groups, so that we would discover both bodies at the same time.
Clever.
In fact, Celeste was precisely the one who proposed that we split up.
Then why don't we split into 2 groups? She was always splitting us up, and I was complaining about that. I'll lead the hunting party. That seems much more interesting. Very well, then Makoto and Hina, you come with me to the nurse's office. I will leave the capture of suspicious individual to Toko, Byakuya, and Sakura.
Well, if Celeste and Hifumi were working together, all those chance events suddenly become connected.
Mm-hmm. Dot, dot, dot.
And on top of that...
Oh, she looks sad now.
Yours early on.
She's probably thinking like, frickin' Hifumi had to use the waifu handkerchief to clean his glasses.
That was to signal Hifumi, wasn't it? It was your way of telling him, we're on the 3rd floor. Everything's going according to plan. Why else would you let out a scream that could have carried across the sea?
I just realized another strange thing. When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, who we now know was only pretending to be dead.
I certainly was not expecting this. I did not imagine that Hifumi would be murdered.
Celeste, you were the first one to say he'd been murdered. You wanted to make sure we wouldn't have any doubt in our minds.
Dot, dot, dot.
I don't believe it. Everything.
Yeah, make sure you always check the pulse, guys.
Hina, you were with Celeste when Hifumi's body disappeared, right?
Yeah. I was feeling kind of sick, so Celeste took me to the bathroom. Wait! Then that was...
Alternatively, always remember to double tap. Yeah, just like in Zombieland. Was it Zombieland or was it... No, I think it was Zombieland. But then you commit a murder right in front of everybody and then Monokuma kills you.
She wasn't worried about you. She just saw a chance to
Yeah.
help Hifumi sneak out of the nurse's office.
Each piece isn't much by itself, but start putting them together and the picture gets very ugly indeed. Wouldn't you agree, Celeste?
She's just standing there all somber and sad looking and quiet now, and I feel sad.
I have no idea what you mean.
Never mind, she's fine.
Don't bother trying to deny it. You made one fatal mistake.
Oh, did I?
I didn't even catch it myself when you first said it, but looking back, I can say that that one little slip-up was your undoing.
Which one?
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about what you said after Hifumi's body disappeared and we returned to the nurse's office.
I don't remember what she said. Okay, good. They must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around frightened and confused. We're all going to die here. We're going to die just like those guys died.
I remember her saying that too, but
I don't know what's strange about it either,
what's
Sakura.
so strange about it.
Then pay attention. Sakura, Toko, and I were first to discover Taka's body in the equipment room.
Oh, she said guys. Is that really what you're gripping to?
Then Makoto showed up and told us Hifumi had been killed. So Sakura and I left with Makoto. Once we were in the hall, we ran into Celeste, and the four of us headed to the nurse's office. Now, the entire time we were together, none of us said anything about Taka being dead. Think about it. Celeste's comment doesn't make sense. It was completely out of place.
Was it?
Yeah, I see what you're talking about. Although I don't really get what it means.
Me either.
You hear that, Celeste? Everyone's having some trouble understanding. Could you repeat what you said? If you're really not the culprit, you shouldn't have any problem repeating it, right? ...
Because she said the two of them got killed instead of just one. Oh, I missed that. Byakuya said Celeste's comment doesn't make sense. But what is he alluding to? We're gonna have to dance about it again. Monokuma file number 3. That's not the bullet that I want. I don't think I'm gonna have to grab another.
They must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those guys died.
Oh.
And that is all I said.
And that's
those
all
guys.
It takes to finish this. It's obvious, isn't it? What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
Is this what was so strange? Nope. I guess I have to use the so strange on those guys. That's my guess.
All I said, they must really enjoying the sight of us. They must be.
Her high-pitched voice is funny.
And that is all I said.
And that's all it takes.
What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
So strange. I did that in this trial several times too. Did what? The fast, like, forward?
All I said was, they must really enjoying the sight of us standing over. They must be.
Those guys were so strange. Oh, they were so strange. Those are such weird words to use on each other, but okay. Break.
That's right. There's no
Doing the
reason
bullet
Celeste
and the
should have
statement
said,
backwards.
"Just like
Yeah,
those
it's
guys
just
died."
weird. I don't see it, like, it shouldn't be backwards. They should both be interchangeable, right? That's what I think.
When she said that, none of us had told her Taka was dead.
Dot dot dot.
Exactly. And we didn't run into her until after we were all out in the hall.
She looked really angry now. She's gonna drop the accent again.
So there was never any chance for her to have seen his body in the equipment room for herself.
So how did you know, Celeste?
Because she knew what the plan was.
How did you know more than one person had been killed? And how did you know they were both guys? Because Kyoko had also disappeared, right? So she could have been dead too.
Oh. Dot dot dot. Uh-oh, something about to go down now. I'm a little scared. Uh-oh.
You all have such vivid imaginations.
Okay, cool.
You know that?
Imaginations.
She's gonna snap. Yeah, she is.
You claim that I was lying.
But she's
when
still
I told you about
doing the poker
suspicious
face.
person I saw.
She's really good at this poker face.
Then what about the picture I took? How do you explain this picture of the costumed villain dragging Hifumi
Well,
away?
we know Hifumi was in on it, so he could have just been pretending.
It has to be some kind of setup, right?
Yep.
So let's put the suit on. And
Well, she
then-
didn't put it on.
Then she used the camera's
She
timer
used the
to-
sleeping hero
Set
and
up the
staged
picture.
him with Hifumi.
Have you so quickly forgotten? You are the only one who could have possibly fit into that suit. Plus, I happen to know that this particular camera does not have a timer. In other words, it is an unassailable fact that this is a picture of Hifumi being dragged away. If everything I told you was a lie, how can this picture exist?
Simple. Are we sure that's really a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away?
No, we're not, Kyoko. Thanks for asking.
What could you possibly mean by that?
I mean, you staged a sleeping
Surely there
hero
are
there.
other explanations than the one you've offered up.
No, there is no other explanation.
Other explanations? If it wasn't a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away, the only possibility is Hifumi and the suspect are dancing! Hifumi is dragging the suspect away. Hifumi and the suspect had been drinking. I don't like any of these answers.
I got it!
I don't know. I guess that was right.
It's not a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away. I would say it's a picture of Hifumi dragging the suspect away.
Yeah, think it's the third. Yep. It was him dragging away Hiro when Hiro was sleeping.
That's certainly within the realm of possibility. The one being dragged off in that picture isn't Hifumi, but the person in the robot suit. We've simply been led to believe that it's the other way around. And the strange costume might only exist to lead us astray even farther. If you saw someone wearing something like that in this situation, of course you'd notice and be suspicious.
That's what happened! You put me to sleep and made me out to be the bad guy in all this!
Uh-oh, she's laughing again.
Such a thing is utterly impossible. Hifumi was dragging him away? Ridiculous.
Is it?
Are we about to have another rap battle?
Then shut your mouth and allow me to educate you.
Celeste thinks that she can prove there's no way Hifumi was dragging the suspect away. I think we're about to have another rap battle. But is that really possible? Oh no, okay. Okay. Yasuhiro's message has to be it.
You dressed me up in that suit after I passed out! Then you just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight! You tried to make me look like the bad guy!
Like I said, ridiculous. As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright. If the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight like that.
I did it first try! Oh man, streamlined. Hi, Panic on Pluto.
Even if the person inside
Alright.
the suit were unconscious, they could still stand up like that.
What is this? He asks. Okay, this is a visual novel. I don't know if you've attended one of these streams before, Panic, but this is a visual novel about a bunch of high school students who are supposed to be the most elite high school students from around the country, and you only the best get to attend the school, and if you graduate, you're basically guaranteed a lifetime of nothing but good success. And so, yeah, this is the cute bear game again. We're having a trial right now to try to prove murder, or to try to find out who was the murderer. But it's not the cute bear panic on Pluto, it's the murder bear. We don't like the bear.
Because that Robo Justice suit had a certain characteristic.
But anyway, the only way you get to graduate is by committing a murder and getting away with it. No, Anthony, it's not a comfy bear. He murders people. He's already killed somebody. You totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight. It's not the cute bear game, guys.
They totally made a mistake when they made it, so it couldn't bend at the waist.
The cute bear game would be something like a Winnie the Pooh game from childhood, where you gotta collect all the honey pots. This is not the cute bear game where there's a freaking murderous bear on the loose, pitting us against each other.
I'm not so sure.
Collecting our despair. He is the despair. Despair bear.
I think the suit was designed from the beginning to be used the way it was.
Celeste and Hifumi took the suit they'd specially designed and stuffed Hiro into it. That's how they were able to fake that whole thing. The point of it all was to make us believe whoever was in the suit was to blame.
Sounds like you're just jealous that the cute bear will graduate. The cute bear works here. He doesn't get to graduate. He's the one that tries to get us to kill each other so that somebody else will graduate. But I don't think he ever really cares about anybody graduating. He just wants to collect all of our despair. You know, I bet the person that would graduate wouldn't even be allowed to graduate.
Well then, I suppose this is checkmate.
Checkmate?
Uh-oh. She's the ultimate gambler, and so to lose in the kind of gambling thing, she gonna lose it. Are we going all the way upside down? Yeah.
Don't make me laugh, you idiot! What do you mean, checkmate?
Oh, there went the accent. Her hair got even fluffier. He already graduated. The cute bear is the principal of the school. Hey, that's a thought. Maybe he was the graduate of the last class.
Celeste? Clearly, you want to cram me into your little guilty box. Well, there's one little problem. Have you already forgotten what Hifumi told us as he lay dying?
Hey, Hifumi, who was it? Who attacked you? Who tried to kill you? Who killed me? That's right. I remember their name. Yeah. Yasu. Hiro. Oh, Kyoko told us something about how the last thing that Kyoko said to us was that maybe the e-handbooks are gonna play a role. So I wonder if somehow Celeste had Yasuhiro's handbook because she had knocked him out and he was unconscious.
When we asked him who had attacked him, his answer was quite clear, was it not?
Your voice has gone crazy, Celeste. You can't even pick a persona.
He said, and I quote, Yasuhiro. In other words, Yasuhiro Hatakure!
Right, but my name isn't really Yasuhiro. It's actually Taro.
What?
Your confusing statements don't make any sense. You're only making things more complicated.
This is true.
He did say Yasuhiro, but are we sure he was really pointing the finger at Hiro?
What the hell are you talking about? I'll burn you alive!
Kyoko, what do you mean by that?
Think back to how Hifumi used to talk to us. How did he refer to each of us?
He gave everyone nicknames. He said, for serious a lot. He said people's last names.
I got it! That's right. Our last names. He called us all by our last names.
We don't even know Celeste's last name.
Exactly. I know I heard him say Mr. Naegi more than once, for example. So if Hifumi did mean to say Hiro's name, he would have said his last name, Hagakure.
I'm sure it was just incidental. By chance, his first name.
I see you peeking, Sky.
Indecent?
Don't talk.
Random chance. Now isn't that a convenient no? There's no reason to think he would have said the name any different than normal. But he must have run out of energy before he could say any more.
So Hifumi was trying to tell us the last name of whoever killed him?
But the name he said doesn't apply to anyone here.
Well, no. Hold on. There's one person it could apply to.
The one person among us who doesn't have a last
And
name.
that's Celeste. She never actually told us what her real name is.
What did you just say? To think you'd take your false accusation so far, I don't know whether to laugh or spit!
We need to see your e-handbook, Celeste.
Come on! Enough with your idiotic blather! Yasuhiro is a loser's name! Do I look like a loser to you?
Oh gosh.
Well, do
Oh, what happened to your hand? What's going on with your face?
What? I think I've earned the right to be a little on edge.
Well, you are on edge because we know you did it.
Okay, then fill us in. What's your real name?
Make sure your ear holes are wide open and listen up! My real name is Celestia Ludenberg. Could you please stop making me repeat myself over and over again?
Celeste still won't give up. So then, I have to do something to make her accept it. Like, look at her e-handbook. Come on! No, don't make me do another dance battle. There you go. E-handbook. It's right there. That's what I need.
Hifumi was trying to tell us something. He wanted us to know the killer's last name, Yasuhiro.
Do I aim it at that?
If there's one person here who might have that last name,
It would have to be you, Celeste.
you haven't told any. How many times do I have to tell you? My name is Celestia Ludenberg. God damn it!
It's upside down.
How long do you plan to go on pretending?
I'm not pretending. It's the trend. Since you have no way to contradict me.
Here's a way. Kablam. We can contradict you with the tablet that we were all given.
The handbook.
What?
Anytime you turn your handbook on, it
Now
shows
you know
the
why I
owner's
love
name
this
when it
case.
comes up,
Yeah.
right?
I like Celeste.
Monokuma told us all about it before.
This handbook is absolutely vital to a healthy school life, so don't lose it. When you start it up, it will display your name. Always make sure you have the right one. Now, this is not your everyday notebook. It has so many more uses than that.
So all we have
No,
to do
plan,
is check
no
our handbook,
panic, please.
And that'll clear up everything.
He's not a teddy.
That's how we can find out
Do
Celeste's
not
real
snuggle
name.
that bear.
That's an invasion of privacy. I refuse to cooperate.
Dot, dot, dot.
Celeste, can you please just tell us what really happened?
You can't stop me. Well, I guess I can't, but I don't think you'll like the outcome. I'm just trying to warn
Just
you.
tell us.
Dot, dot, dot.
Even when I'm put in check, it's just my nature not to give up. Because...
Celeste.exe has crashed.
Until the game's over, you never know what might happen.
Okay.
Fine then. Let me settle it. Let me go over the case again. From the beginning.
Oh gosh, here's the part where I have to do the comic book.
And that'll bring everything to an end.
Oh, this is gonna be the longest comic book ever. Closing argument, begin. Okay, step 1. La la la, let's do this thing. La la la. Okay. I don't know what that could possibly look like. Is that him sweating? It could be this, maybe? Or is it them doing crafts? Why is he sweating so much? Is that just his way? I don't know yet. That one's a perplexing one. There's so little detail here. And then he was like... One of these has to be... the... Is this at 1 a.m.? That looks like what's on this table over here, so I don't think that's a thing. Oof, I don't know. This is toughy. He's all like... I don't know. None of this makes any sense! This was 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock. And then he's like, what is going on, guys? Ah, okay, that makes sense, maybe. And then they stuff him into the costume. And then you take a picture. She gets the picture camera ready and you take a picture. Yes. And then it's Act 3. And Super Saiyan Taka is there. And Hifumi's there at 6 o'clock. And then things happen with the hammer. Oh man. He really goes Super Saiyan right before he gets bonked to death. That's so sad! I hate that. And I don't remember which Justice Hammer this was. It must have been 4. I think it was 4. It's the last one. And then Celeste is like, look, I took a picture. Blah, 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 blah. And, then they go to the library. And he had pretended... Oh, they leave the library. I don't know. I thought they found Hifumi in the nurse's office. Does he plant this stuff in the room then? No. Then he gets bonked with Justice Hammer 3. Nope. He said he was attacked. And he was bleeding at that point, I guess. And he went to the nurse's office. This time with Justice Hammer 2. Yes. Yes! Maybe. I don't know. Okay. Then he pushed the dolly. That's supposed to be the dolly. I thought this was the box of the craft supplies. 4, I think, yeah. I put 4 over by Taka, because Taka was the last one. So it goes, yeah, I think this is right. Am I doing great? I don't know. I don't know the beginning part very well. And then he goes, meow meow, and I did it, look, we're the best team ever. And then utter betrayal, murder, shame, and then despair. I don't know what this one's supposed to be. Is this supposed to be him dead on the floor? Because he kind of looks like he's upright. I don't know. I really don't know. I feel kind of dumb. This one can't be right. Is there something special about his backpack in this situation? I don't know what this face is all about. The first one is him sweating. Oh, okay, because it's red, I guess. Alright, so you think it's the one that I put at the end is the one that's actually supposed to roll at the beginning. The last one's the bloody hammer. We'll try it. I don't know though. You're right, because that's the one, that's the hammer from the art room, not the justice hammer. Yes, yes. I don't know about him sweating in the first one though. I don't really get what the first scene is, other than them meeting beforehand, but I don't know why it's important for me to put him sweating in the picture. Let's try it!
You!
Did we do it right?
The killer persuaded someone to help carry out the murder. And that person was...
Yeah, you were right.
Hifumi. With an accomplice, the killer was able to execute a number of otherwise impossible schemes.
Yeah, we were right about the time.
First, they convinced someone to meet them in the rec room last night at 1 in the morning. That someone they met with was Hiro. The murderous duo intended to pass Hiro off as the prime suspect. So when they met up with him, they drugged him, knocked him out, and stuffed him into the Robo-Justice suit. Next, Hifumi positioned himself to make it look like Robo-Justice was attacking them, while the killer used a digital camera to take pictures of the assault. They did all this just to create evidence that would put the suspicion on Hiro. When they were done with him, they shoved him, still unconscious, into the pool room locker. And then finally, at 6 a.m., they moved into the murder phase of their plan. They called Taka to the equipment room.
Poor Taka. Taka wouldn't even talk to me. I'm surprised he'd listen to someone else who calls him into an equipment room at 6 in the morning. Nice guy, Taka. Oh, he was morphing back to his Taka self because his hair's going brown, I guess.
And that's where Hifumi killed him, making it the scene of the first murder. The murder weapon was Justice Hammer 4, which was left there in the equipment room. The reason hammer number 4 was used...
Wait until you hear what Celeste has to say afterwards. Oh, is it gonna be real sad?
So, next they falsified 2 more assault incidents. For these attacks, the killers pretended to be the victims, to solidify Robo-Justice as the suspect. The first fake incident was the attack in the rec room. There, the killers wanted us to see Justice Hammer 1, and the Robo-Justice pictures they'd taken. They wanted to make sure we bought the surprise attack story. The second fake incident was the attack in the library. This time, they planted Justice Hammer 2 and an injured Hifumi to sell us that story. With these two incidents, the killers were able to create a certain preconception in our minds that the suspect was increasing the size of the hammers and attacking people in order as they did. We fell right into their trap and started looking for the suspect based on that. But while we did that, we left Hifumi alone in the nurse's office. This was exactly what Hifumi was hoping for.
We shouldn't have left anybody alone.
And Justice Hammer 3?
Look at his beautiful twirl of blood.
And turned the room into a crime scene in which he himself had apparently been brutally murdered. He let out a scream to draw us back, and when we returned, that's what we found. Meanwhile,
and nobody even bothered to check a pulse.
Found Taka's body at the same time. So when we heard the body discovery announcement, we naturally assumed it was for Hifumi. We left the nurse's office, and Hifumi once again took advantage of the situation. He simply got up and made his escape. When we learned his body had disappeared, we all rushed back to the nurse's office. And once again, Hifumi had the chance he was waiting for. This time, he snuck into the equipment room. He wrapped Taka's body in a tarp and used the dolly to move it all the way down to the repository. That explains how each of the bodies disappeared. But even Hifumi didn't know what the true killer had in mind for their final act.
Look how proud he is. Oh.
Their plan all along was to kill Hifumi and get rid of the one person who could betray them. And they did it using an ordinary, everyday hammer from the repository. That should cover everything that happened in this case. And the villain behind it all is...
Whoa, flowers. What? Why are we kissing? Nope, we're just switching spots. Wow, that's never happened before.
Celeste, sorry, you lose.
This is the first time we've gotten a comic right on the first go. Thank you so much for your help, guys. Complete.
I lost? I lost? When was the last time I was forced to...
Thank you, we're doing the thing.
They hang heavy around my neck.
Oh.
Then you admit it? You're the killer?
Listen to you, trying to take charge, as if you're my private instructor. I, Celestia Ludenberg. Actually, no. Taiko Yasuhiro is fine.
Oh.
Taiko?
So, you finally accepted it.
I'm the kind of person, once I've lost, I don't like things to drag on.
Interesting.
This made me so sad. I like her so much, I don't want her to die now. I got a C on part 4. That was the one I had to redo twice. Yeah, money.
Okay, Monokuma. I'm ready to begin.
Oh my gosh, straight to the point. This is making me so sad.
Or, no. I suppose this is the end, isn't it?
It It is indeed the moment we've all been waiting for. Time to vote, okay? Okay. If you would, please locate your lever and cast your vote. And when the votes are tallied, who will become the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
What if I make the dreadfully wrong one? Oh? Okay. I don't get to vote, it just happens. Ding ding ding, you're a murderer.
What?
It's basically a formality at this point, but once again, you're totally correct. The blackened this time, the true killer who devised the whole stinking scheme was... Celestia Ludenberg, or more precisely, Teiko Yasuhiro. But we gotta get back to Hiro on what his real name is. I lost. Well, that sucks. I guess trying to work with someone else was a mistake after all. Teiyu, because she deserves this. The nails and everything. I liked her. I like her now. Now that I know who she really is, I did not like her before. Hifumi's ineptitude was beyond all my calculations.
I knew it.
So you really did approach Hifumi with this plan? But how did you get him to agree? I can't imagine he would have happily agreed to commit murder. Not her killing Taka. Hifumi killed Taka, but yeah, that was a real shitty move. Hydrate. Oh gosh. Also, good morning. Good morning, Teiyu. Did you really... Okay, Teiyu was here at 1 in the morning his time. Have I been streaming long enough for you to get a good night's rest, my guy? Thank you for the hydrate, Sir Booster. Just for that, I'm gonna make you do a hydrate too. As soon as it lets me. There we go. Quench up, Mr. Booster. I'm sure she relied on her specialty, lying. My specialty, don't make me laugh. I didn't have to get him to agree. That was hours ago. Yeah, but not enough hours. It's 1:30 a.m. here too. Oh my gosh. It's 2:30 in the morning where I'm at, actually. Wow. What makes you wake up so early on a weekend night or weekend morning? Sorry.
So then.
Then did you use, you know... I knew you'd figure it out, Kyoko. You're absolutely right. To get Hifumi to act as my accomplice.
Indeed.
I used her. Oh, you used alter ego. Oh no. It's only 11:30 p.m. where you are, Sky. Oh my goodness. For everyone who's still left, I'll avoid mentioning it by name. But... oh, that's nice of you not to get rid of our one hope. At least Celeste didn't get rid of alter ego. I'm gonna watch my friend do his athletics run in the morning. Oh, today's your birthday, right? No, tomorrow's your birthday. You said the 10th. It's the 9th. I'm getting it together in my head. Tomorrow is Tay's birthday, guys. It was the one thing that Hifumi and Taka were both super into. Do you help your friend on his athletic run? Like time him or something? Does she mean... is she talking about alter ego? So she convinced Hifumi to kill Taka over alter ego? He would actually kill somebody over that? Holy smokes. Don't remind me I'm old. Teiyu, you're not as old as me, okay? You're a young whippersnapper compared to us. Oh, that's nice. That's what I need. Motivation. And I don't need it from an evil bear. I don't want any motivating bears.
Say what?
What? What were you talking about?
Just a second.
We age faster in Britain. Oh my gosh. It's all that tea. You know how tea is used to like age documents? It works for British people too. Don't interrupt. We're in the middle of a very important conversation. I'm totally out of the loop as usual. How sad.
In other words.
Oh gee, yes. Then you're the one that stole it?
Indeed.
Is that rainbow tea? How do I get a pride LGBT? I love that. That's cute.
I see.
And you used it to drag Hifumi into the plan you'd come up with. Right again. Last night, after we had our meeting about how it disappeared, I paid Hifumi a little visit. What are you doing here?
Actually...
Those are cute! I want all the pride emojis. Do I have them? No, I'm doing a search. I was hoping I could talk to you alone. It is about what was stolen. I know who did it.
What?
Oh, she told him Taka stole. Oh my gosh. My man's a simp, and he died for simping. Let that be a lesson to all of you. Never simp.
Are you okay with this?
It was Taka. He stole it. What?
So then...
And I have proof. Would you like to see it? It is so cute. As it turned out, I found another use for the digital camera. Look at Hifumi's bedroom. Oh my gosh, amazing. Celestia Scumberg. I agree. I'd taken you-know-what to Taka's room earlier and took pictures of it there. I deleted the picture as soon as I'd shown it to Hifumi, of course.
Damnation!
Yeah, so it was him. Look, he's got a cosplay in the background. Does he dress up as her? It gets worse. But how did he do it? She was supposed to yell if either of us got close to her. How does it get worse? Taka did deserve so much better than to get murdered by this simp. He could go Super Saiyan. He had Mondo on his side. How could this have happened? You are correct, which is why Taka forced me to steal it.
Say what?
What?
As for me...
Please forgive me. He threatened me.
Oh.
He did?
As for me...
He came to my room last night unannounced, and then it's hard for me to even say. He abused me. Oh my gosh! That is so fucked up.
What?
And he took pictures. He said if I did not do as he asked, he would show them to everyone. Oh my gosh! Freaking Celeste, you deserve what comes to you. So I had no choice. I hate Hifumi, but he is the same voice actor as my favorite character in the third Danganronpa game. I love his voice. I love Hifumi, actually, Teiyu. I was confessing this to Wolfie the other day. Like, I like Hifumi. He's a simp, but I like him.
Damnation!
I wouldn't say he's my favorite character, though. Sakura's still my favorite. I knew he'd gone a little crazy, but... OMG, not this. What do you mean?
Say what?
I never imagined he would go that far. I liked him before he killed my baby Taka. Yeah, that is the worst thing that he could have done. Probably. I don't like that he did that, but I like his character. It was amazing how completely he bought it. I can't express how enjoyable that was. To be fair, he believed the ultimate gambler. Yeah, I would never believe this face. I'm about to say something I've never said before in my life. I'm going to kill him! I'm going to fucking kill him! But, I mean, it was Celeste who dragged Taka's name through the dirt. Did you know that Celestia's twin... Wait, twin tails are just clip-ons? No? How did you know that? Sky said, can't wait for Danganronpa where all of our friends are alive and we're straight chilling. Danganronpa S. All of our friends come back?
Most unfortunate.
Wait, please. If you go now, you'll be playing right into his hands. Huh? Oh, wow. I have to read up on that. I don't want to read too much into it yet because I don't know anything about the next Danganronpa, so I'm afraid to search about it. It's like a little board game. Oh, I've heard of that. I think Kai was telling me about the board game coming out. I think Drew and I would actually love playing that.
Actually,
Taka is planning to use her to escape. And he has made you his target. Gonna go to bed now, have to wake up early tomorrow. Or are you catering again tomorrow, Yariko? Do you have another wedding? Good night, Yariko. Thank you so much for joining tonight. I hope you have a good day at work tomorrow.
What?
Escape? You don't mean. Starts at 10 in the morning. Oh man. I hope it is not like another 9-hour long shift. That must be hard for big weddings. Taka is going to try to kill you. What?
indeed.
And also, he can keep her to himself. It might be a 9+ hour long shift. Oh no. Is it a bigger wedding tomorrow? I don't want to keep asking you questions and keeping you up. But good night. That bastard. Bastard.
Honestly.
Can we allow him to continue with these barbaric acts? Absolutely not. How could I? So, literally, Hifumi thought he was being a knight in shining armor for Celeste and for his internet waifu. You know, he thought he was doing the right thing. Yariko, I didn't know I have to make 169 dessert ice creams. That's too many. Thanks, Yariko. Have a good day tomorrow. Try not to get brain freeze, or I guess hand freeze if you're preparing them. Good night.
I swear I will save her!
I will save her, he says.
Actually...
Then, would you like to join with me? It just so happens I have come up with a plan. Huh? I have devised a way to reclaim what he has stolen and escape this dreadful school. And with that, it is complete. Huh? What are you talking about? Oh, nothing. Hifumi agreed without a second thought. The effect that it had on him was remarkable. The power of love, even a love as twisted as that, can still drive people mad, it would seem. You disgust me.
I see.
I have another question for you. Was that strange costume Hifumi's creation?
Indeed.
Yeah, it was a real pain in the butt, too. All I asked him to do was make something to hide the face and general body size. I had no idea he'd make something like that, but it's my fault for picking him in the first place.
But...
So, why did you decide to make me the suspect? Because... you're stupid. How rude.
Huh?
That's it?
Let's see...
And in that regard, I made the right choice. I'm so glad your stupidity surpassed my every expectation. My question is how they got all of Hiro's hair in the costume. Yeah, I mean, very carefully. Maybe he lost some in the process. But he had to have been blind in there. Life must have been tough on your parents, though. How rude. I feel like I could cry. Oh. Celeste, you deserve what's coming to you. You just try to say nice words before you leave this world, at least. I mean, come on. But when you were explaining your plan to Hifumi, how did you explain the part about him playing dead? Oh, my voice is starting to go a little bit. What she's asking is, what was Hifumi supposed to do after that, assuming you would actually let him live?
Are you okay with this?
That's simple. After he did his part and pretended to be dead, once someone showed up. I told him to say he'd been seriously wounded. He was on the verge of death, but he had just barely held on. And he really believed that? Well, of course. That wasn't all there was to it. As I explained it to Hifumi, the plan was, while you were all questioning him about what had happened to him, I was going to murder someone else. At that point, Hifumi would have had an alibi, so nobody could doubt him. I told him that, and he believed it. It all seems very straightforward, stereotypical. I just matched the lie to the level of the opponent. In fact, Hifumi ate it up. He believed the lie wholeheartedly, right up until the moment of his death.
So in the end...
So you had a plan. You had planned to kill him all along. But of course, there would have been no point to my plan if the one who pretended to be dead did not end up dying himself.
What the heck?
How can human life mean so little to you?
Well...
That's a non-issue. I simply did everything in my power to win.
Don't be mean.
No, you sound like Byakuya. Did the money mean anything to you, Celeste?
I wonder about that.
No, he derives his pleasure for the thrill of the hunt. In that aspect, we are nothing alike.
Why?
Then, what made you take things this far?
What the heck?
Was it really just for money? Are you talking about the $10 million Monokuma offered us? That is a lot of money, it's true. But that's not all there is to it. From the moment our new life began, my only thought has been escape. But all along you've been saying how we have to accept living here. Yeah, she did say that.
You little bitch!
Obviously that was a lie.
Hey!
I couldn't take it. I hated it from day one. More than anyone else in here.
You little bitch!
I wanted to get out. Every day was a fresh torture. And do you want to know why? Huh?
This is fine.
Because I had a dream. And accepting a life here would have meant nothing less than giving up on my dream forever.
Honestly.
And there was no way that I could ever do that. What was your dream? In the underground world of gambling, I risked my life to make a metaphorical killing.
As for me...
And it was all for that dream. And what was this dream of yours? I literally said those exact words.
Isn't it wonderful?
To live in a European castle? A castle? Oh my. Her toes are getting sniffed. The people in the background all have red eyes. It's quite spooky. And together, handsome men from all over the world to serve as my butler/bodyguard. I was going to make them dress up like vampires and satisfy my every need. Oh, wow. Once I obtained that, I would have created a perfectly aesthetic world of decadence. Really?
This is fine.
Living the rest of my life there was my only dream, my only goal. You did all this just for an aesthetic? You took your Lolita aesthetic too far. Yariko, I thought you went to bed. She comes back with, I can respect that. Yariko, do you want to live in a European castle surrounded by a bunch of Edward Cullen looking motherfuckers who get to sniff your toes? She goes, I'm trying. That's what life is all about. Sniff my toes, peasant. Combined with my own winnings, Monokuma's $10 million would have made that dream a reality. I got right to the edge, but... respectable gothic aesthetic. Yeah, but you could take it too far. She took it way too far.
There is nothing to be done.
Unfortunately, my dream has been scattered to the wind. Just like vampires who stayed out in the sunlight. Still, I don't have any regrets. I pursued my dream to the very end, so why would I?
Just the worst.
You sound so passionate, but you were really able to kill your own friends for it? Well, if she wanted to hang out around a bunch of undead people, maybe she wouldn't have really cared to have dead friends.
Oh.
Are you asking me to feel guilty? That's a pointless endeavor. I think nothing of sacrificing others for my own ends. I feel nothing.
Do you understand?
That's all there is to me. That's what makes me complete. Isn't it terrifying how different our values are? There's simply no room for understanding.
What is this?
That's what we should be saying. And plus, how can you be so calm? She's the ultimate gambler. Don't you realize you're about to die? Why aren't you scared? My ability to lie is unrivaled, and I take pride in that. It's not just other people. I can even fool my own emotions. The conscious deceives the unconscious. And that's why you're not scared?
Yes, indeed.
That's right. I don't fear death. Kill me however you like. Oh, don't say that to Monokuma. But you know, if I could be reincarnated, if I had a choice, then...
Isn't it wonderful?
I think I would like to come back as Marie Antoinette. Of course you would.
Hey.
You just get executed again. That's what I was thinking. Celeste smiled then. And when she did, it looked to me like a poor effort to force it. Oh, so she is scared underneath it all. She claims she could fool her own feelings. But that statement itself must have been her final lie. Who's cutting onions in here? And that weak fake smile is what betrayed her. You all done? Okay, then let's get rolling. The black and disturb the peace and must pay the price. Monokuma, if anybody disturbed the peace, it's you.
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment.
The ultimate gambler.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
Oh boy. Oh, here we go.
I guess I'll let Kyoko hold on to this.
Hold on to what?
What?
Oh, the locker key.
Will it really give you the hope you're looking for? I can't say I ever saw it that way.
Oh, man. If only she could have found hope in an alter ego, then maybe she wouldn't have murdered, but no, she wanted the money.
Which is why... Actually, it's not important.
You had too much despair, or you would have maybe not done what you did.
Well then, take care, everyone. Perhaps we'll meet again, in another life.
Yeehaw! What do you mean, yeehaw? Are we about to see some cowgirl death? She's still smiling. Oh, look, she gets her castle. She's gonna die on a pyre. Oh my gosh. Burned alive. That's horrible. The burning of the Versailles witch. Oh my gosh. Pluto, I hope you're watching because you need to know how evil this bear is. He's freaking burning a girl alive. She's not even screaming. She looks happy about it. What did that say? I wasn't able to read it fast enough. I'll have to pause it back. And then a fire truck comes and runs into her. It broke everything. Interesting. Interesting. I'm not sure that there would have been a fire truck in her fantasy castle. I don't know. You get death you always wanted. Not. He had to reap that final bit of despair. She thought she would get to die on the pyre, and instead he hit her with a fire truck. It's over. The third execution is over. And now, there's only 7 of us, including myself. Oh my gosh. And the folks who are left are quite scary. A serial killer. Byakuya, just a jerk. We don't even know who Hero is, really. He has a different name. He's been lying to us this whole time. Hina is about to snap at any moment. And when she does, she and Sakura are gonna do something together, maybe. And then you got the ultimate detective, who could absolutely get away with a murder if she wanted to. Who knows? Celeste's death is over. Celeste killed my friend, so I can't pity her, but I also can't deny that at one point I considered her a friend, too. And for him to just come along and... Isn't it just awful? Someone couldn't cut free of their regrets from the outside world and more people had to die. Yeah, Celeste, if you had realized that there was no outside world anymore, then you wouldn't even worry about getting a castle and just accept that you might already be in one. Maybe detective, we don't know yet for sure. I'm pretty sure she's a detective, Sky. I mean, it's kind of obvious, right?
Extreme!
Although, Makoto, the last time I had a conversation with Kyoko, was wondering whether she was actually an assassin and her dad was an assassin or something. You guys are still young. You need to place more value in your lives.
What are you gonna do?
Jeez, and here I thought you guys were gonna pass the torch of hope to the next generation. That's what we do here on Tordtle streams. We pass hope to the next generation by showing you horrible things through the lovely game of Danganronpa. No, I think electrician suits her better. Oh, maybe. What? Why do you think electrician suits her better? What do you mean by that, Sky? That's a clue for the future. Just went over my head. She's laughing at me now. I don't know what you mean by that, but we're just gonna carry on.
Let me out of here!
What do I care about hope? I'll throw it in the trash if you just let me out of here.
Too bad.
You're all the embodiment of hope, whether you like it or not. And it's my destiny to knock you down one by one. It's sad, yes it is, but that reality just can't be avoided. No, that was literally the first ultimate I thought of. I don't know why. You thought she was an electrician? Oh, that's funny. I always thought she was a detective. Don't talk like you're not responsible. How long are you gonna make us keep going through this? What do you want from us? He wants your despair. He's already told you that. God, I'm so sick of people asking me that. Give it a rest already. So anyway, Kyoko, did I see you got some kind of key type object from Celeste? Uh-oh, we don't want despair to know about our key.
Hey!
So, what's the deal with that? That's right, you say nothing.
What?
Huh? What's the matter?
So then,
I'll answer your question if you answer mine.
you...
What did you do? What did you do to me? What?
Who
What?
Hey.
Answer me. What did you do to my body? What? Ooh, oh man, oh jeez, oh man, oh jeez. What do you mean? What did I do? I have no idea. I don't know anything about it. What was that just now? The mastermind did something to Kyoko's body? What does that mean? Okay, but things are getting kind of awkward. I think it's about time I got out of here.
Well,
meanwhile, you guys can go on enjoying your school life. If you get lonely, give me a shout. Not that I'll do anything about it, of course.
See ya later!
See ya! Monokuma disappeared, leaving us all depressed and in despair. Although it wasn't all despair. There was one small hope. Hey, Kyoko, Monokuma already mentioned it, but... what's that key that Celeste gave you?
So...
most likely, it's the key to one of the dressing room lockers.
Huh?
What? Then that means... Celeste probably hid it in there.
Hey.
I suppose sometimes it's easiest to miss what's right beneath your nose. Well then, we'd better go check.
Indeed.
Good idea. Are you still okay in there, Chihiro? We left the courtroom and rushed to the dressing room. As we approached the dressing room, Kyoko looked back at us and said,
Hey.
I'm going to go on alone from here. Everyone else head to the dining hall. I'll check in with you later.
What?
Why exactly are you going alone?
So...
do you even have to ask? As she spoke, she glanced quickly at the surveillance camera.
Come on.
That's not what I mean. Why you? There's still the risk of a spy, you know. Then I'll go too.
What?
You? Please, let me go. Standing here arguing is just going to draw more attention to us. Do whatever you want. Thank you, Byakuya.
Well then.
Then it's up to you now.
Yo!
I'm gonna go to the dining hall, okay? Huh? So Makoto and Kyoko are gonna go together? Yeah, Hina, we are. You got a problem with that? Don't you blush at me. Does that mean what I think it means? Heck yeah, it does. We're gonna go check on Alter Ego. I hope that's what you were thinking.
Okay.
Good luck, Makoto. Girls like her are total pushovers when you show a little backbone. Oh my, Hina. Okay. She wants me to... yeah, spicy indeed. I hadn't thought about doing that with Kyoko because she might not even be in her right body after what she just talked to Monokuma about. I tried to forget what Hina said. Everyone headed to the dining hall, leaving me and Kyoko there alone.
Shall we go?
Well, shall we? Yep. I need a rebound after Sayaka. We need to get into that locker. Kyoko took the key Celeste had given her and unlocked the locker. And as the locker swung open, we saw...
You're really cool.
Good morning! Yay, it's Chihiro! This is okay! It's been a while, hasn't it? It's safe, thank goodness. I'd never heard Kyoko sound so relieved. It was like she was speaking from the bottom of her heart. Yay! And now we're not worried about Taka or Hifumi messing with Alter Ego. I did just what Celeste asked. I didn't say a word. I stayed quiet the entire time. Oh, and I think I might be able to open the last set of files soon. Maybe as early as tomorrow. I'm doing my best, so please, just wait a while longer. So now we can officially say the case is closed. As far as this incident is concerned, sure, but... can we take a second? Since we have this opportunity, I want you to be honest with me. ... Kyoko, please tell me, What are you trying to do all on your own here at the school? Is that why you wanted to come here with me?
However...
Regardless, that's not something you need to know right now. I don't need to know? That just makes me even more worried.
What?
Worried? Like, what happened during the investigation this time? You disappeared and we didn't see you again. Without warning, without explanation. When you do that...
Indeed.
It's only natural they think I'm the mastermind spy, right? And you too. No! I believe in you.
What?
You believe in me? I don't know, though, Makoto. Your judgment might not be so great, because the last girl you believed in turned out to try to kill Leon. Isn't it obvious? People believe in their friends, right? That's why I want you to tell me. And I want you to believe in me, too. Because we're friends. I understand.
It's true.
True, though. Oh, no. Then maybe I can believe in you. Just a little more. Yeah, believe in me, Kyoko. Then...
That's fine.
Fine, I'll tell you. Ha ha ha, hooray. I'll tell you why I've been disappearing and where I've been going. You see... Are you, also misplaced from your body? What I heard from Kyoko then was... Well, frankly, it kind of blew my mind. What are we about to find out? It's gotta be juicy. Right after I told Kyoko I believe in her, she told me a story that was, well, almost unbelievable. I decided I had to confirm what she'd told me with my own 2 eyes, so I waited for nighttime to come. And when it did... What, did she transform at night? I went into action. I'm out at night? Alone? Looking for Kyoko, who could murder me? Now at night? Ah?
Correct.
What, is she Fiona from Shrek? I don't know, I'm trying to figure it out, Sky. The boys' bathroom on the 2nd floor doesn't have a surveillance camera or monitor in it. And in the storage closet there, way in the back, she said it was way in the back of the boys' bathroom storage closet, but could Kyoko really be right about this? Is she gonna try to heckin' kill me? Am I on the 2nd floor and I'm alone and I'm being lured into a spider trap and I don't wanna die. I can't go anywhere else. Oh, for Pete's sake, what am I about to witness? What do you mean you don't know? How did she know there wasn't a security camera in here? Oh. Why? Wait. Can I, like, look under the stall? I don't see anybody's feet. What is it? It's just a normal storage closet as far as I can tell. Look behind you right now, you're gonna freaking die. The secret Kyoko told me about, could it really be hidden here? Plunger? Bucket? Oh, it's a secret panel at the back. I can see the outline, kind of. Is this a door? She said it was way in the back of the storage closet, but I mean, seriously? Without thinking, I placed my hand in the back of the storage closet. What is happening? And suddenly, as if I were being yanked in, gashunk! At the same time as I heard that sound, I fell through the wall. I had no idea what was going on. I have no idea what's going on. Ba-bump. I had fallen through the back of the storage closet. Huh? It turned out the back wall was like a revolving door and I'd made my way to the other side, just like Kyoko said.
Correct.
In the boys' bathroom, blah, blah, blah. And in the way back of that closet, there's a secret room. So So this is the secret room. But what's in here? How did she find this? Why could she keep something like this a secret? What's all this crumpled paper on the ground? What's... Does it have a toolbox? It's just a normal desk with normal drawers. There's a bunch of files and what looks like volume after volume of yearbooks. They're all covered in dust. Looking at everything, one file at the edge of the bookshelf caught my eye. Hope's Peak Academy Student Registry. This is the only thing in here not covered in dust. Has someone been looking at it recently? I slipped the file into my hand. But before I had a chance to take a look at it, a slip of paper fell out of the file and I turned my attention to it. What's this? You must not leave. That's kind of weird. I could understand if it said, like, I can't leave, but you must not leave? Dot, dot, dot. What is this? My head feels funny. It's a strange sensation. It's like deja vu. Those words, you must not leave. I've seen them somewhere before. My brain. I can't remember where I've seen them before. But I can't quite remember. What do I know? What don't I know? Look out behind you! A strange sound rang through my head. Oh no, just like I said, guys. I knew we were gonna get freaking owned at some point. Somebody had to come and look for us to kill us. And they did it in the storage room. It's game over for us now. Are we freaking dead forever? Sky with the freaking bonk in the chat. Yeah, I'll say so. It felt like I was shaking my brain back and forth. Oh, ouch. And then, darkness. I don't understand what's happening. I don't know what started it. It's all over. Sure is, bud. And with that, I opened my eyes. I'm not dead. I can open my eyes still. I didn't know how long it had been. They took all of the notes! Gah. Ow. GG, Makoto. Nice to know ya. Apparently something hit me and I lost consciousness. That's all I understood. The dull, throbbing pain in my head proved that much, at least. It's freaking empty now. At least I have a piece of paper in my hands, maybe, still. Where's the way back out? I don't see the door anymore. I guess it's behind me. An empty bookshelf. Huh? Empty? Gone? It's all gone. The yearbooks, the student registry, and even the note that had fallen on the floor. Oh no, that's gone too. It's all gone? What does this mean? But my brain refused to do any more work. The insistent pain in my head began to spread across the rest of my body. For now, I should go back to my room, get some rest. Oh man. My body was heavy with pain, my mind heavy with thought. I dragged myself back toward my room. Oh, please don't make... Somehow I made it back to the first floor of the school. Ging. The farther I walked, the more I felt things are getting blurry. Can't see in front of me. I couldn't stop myself from collapsing right there. And after that... Oh no, I'm gonna break the room and fall asleep outside of my room and die. Dot, dot, dot. Hmm? Dot, dot, dot. As if from a vast distance, I heard a sound. It was faint, but undeniable. What is that sound? That sound. It's coming from the gym? No, don't go wandering around late at night on your own. As I desperately hauled my shaky frame toward the gym, the sound got stronger and stronger. Krak-daga! Gagunk-bagya! What's going on? It can't be nothing. Here in the gym? Why are you peeking? Why? What's about to happen? I didn't make a sound as I opened the door to the gym. The sound coming from inside, meanwhile, only intensified that much more. Kachabakyu! Hagagya haya paching! Bakya da dan dun dun sha 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 sha. Yes, Sakura, do it! That's who she meant she couldn't defeat. She couldn't yet defeat Monokuma. Oh my gosh! Oh, I'm so hyped for this. Before me, there raged a battle beyond anything humanly possible. No, one side's not human, that's for sure. But regardless, I couldn't stop staring. I forgot to move, or even breathe.
Why, you? What do you think you're doing?
Give it your all, Sakura! Dot dot dot.
I asked you a question. What's the meaning of this? How dare you defy me?
Defy him some more, Sakura!
This wasn't part of the deal!
End his teddy bear life! The deal?
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision.
You could do it.
I'm going to resist you.
Do it.
Okay. But you do realize what will happen if you go through with this, right? You haven't forgotten, have you? What I'm holding hostage?
What are you holding hostage? Dot dot dot. My memories? What am I looking at? What am I hearing? A hostage? Then could it be the mastermind spy is it Sakura? Oh, my heart! A next generation legend stand tall galactic hero. Only 7 of us left. My heart! To be continued. She's gonna break my freaking heart. You received Super Robo Justice present. Amazing. Yeah, I want to save the data. Oh man. Do you wish to overwrite? Yeah. I don't want to look at these again. Leon killed Sayaka. Monokuma killed Junko. Then Leon got executed. Then Mondo killed Chihiro. And then he got executed. Hifumi killed Taka, then Celeste killed Hifumi. Then she got executed. When will the killing stop? And that brings us up to now. It sure does. Alright, yeah. I think this is a good place to stop for the night. Oh gosh, I couldn't stop. I just had to keep going after that strange thing happened. I can't look at you right now, Sakura. You're looking even more suspicious. All of a sudden. I trusted you. Don't break my heart. He's holding something or someone hostage so that he's forcing Sakura to keep working for him. Oh, this... Oh. And she can't defeat him yet, and that's why she's stuck working for him. Well, anyways, I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me while it was going through some hard stuff today with Danganronpa, because I feel like it does put me through a lot. I want to raid somebody else who is currently streaming Danganronpa right now. So if you guys have any ideas of who I could raid, I would appreciate it. If you give me a moment. No, thank you so much for coming and joining my stream and helping me through all this, being moral support. We're going to try to raid somebody else who is playing. Here, let's raid Mr. Shiba Inu, which is such a cute name, who is currently playing Danganronpa Trigger Happy. I can't remember even the name of it right now. I'm so tired. This game can be incredibly emotionally draining. Yeah, I'll say. It really can, and it also has done my brain. It's done my brain in, if I'm honest. But in a good way. And I want to keep figuring out what's going on at the second place. So we are going to raid Shiba Inu, who is also streaming Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. I don't know where they are. I don't know this person, but we'll give them a good surprise anyway when we go there. And I don't know where they are in the story either, so I'm not going to try to spoil anything for myself. But you guys have a great night, and I will see you all tomorrow. Goodbye! Oops. I wanted to save.